Terrifying.
Hey, all.
Yes.
Starting off strong.
I cannot see, for the record. So this is going to be interesting.
There's nothing to see.
Yeah. So welcome to the Traitors. We're going to play this over the course of several days. And today is day one. No one is a traitor yet. Okay. In a few minutes, everybody's going to go to the waiting room and I am going to select some number of traitors. This time it is being selected randomly. Okay. So you don't need to read into my psychology and who you think I would want to be a traitor versus not be a traitor. This is totally random. It's up to the gods. Okay. As you all know from the Survivor League, randomchoicegenerator.com is my go-to. So it's all above board here.
Sounds awfully convenient.
Already selected them?
Yeah, they pay him in crypto.
I have not selected them yet. No, nobody has been selected.
Very convenient.
So for those who don't know, the goal of the traitors is to murder all the faithful, avoid suspicion, get to the end of the game with at least one traitor remaining. Okay. If there are any traitors at the end, whatever traitors are left, split the pot, which is $75 since there's 15 of us. Okay. So we've got money on the line this time. If the faithful win by getting rid of all the traitors, that's the only way they win. And however many faithful are left at the end of the game, they will split the pot if there are no traitors left. In the middle of the night, while everyone is sleeping, which is being in the waiting room. Okay, everybody's going to be sequestered in the waiting room. I'm going to bring the traitors in and they will decide who to murder every night. Okay, this process kind of takes a few minutes, so you may be in purgatory for a few minutes at a time. Don't worry, don't be confused. If you're dead, you'll know. You'll see me and it will be very clear that you've been murdered. After each murder, you take the daytime to discover who got killed at breakfast. You have discussions in breakout rooms to work together, chat about who you think is suspicious, participate in some challenges, and then vote to banish someone at the end of the day. Banishment is your only opportunity to remove the traitors from the game. Once you have been killed or banished, you don't have to be on here anymore. You don't want to, which is great. It's not necessarily a 5-hour commitment for everybody. You can hang out on the Zoom with your camera off if you want. I'll rename you to like Ghost and then your name. And then during the breakout sessions, we ask that you don't bounce between rooms because that can theoretically give away where the traitors are if the person who just got murdered is trying to listen in on those conversations. But there will be a room dedicated for the ghosts to hang out together and commiserate. There's also going to be a signal group so the ghosts can all chat and talk shit about the people who murdered them and banish them. Yeah, once we get to the end game, the remaining players will decide if they're ready to end the game or keep voting people out. We'll go over that more in detail when we get there. No communicating with each other than verbally in Zoom. We're going to simulate this as if we are actually in a place. So no side conversations in texting or chat, anything like that. That's why it's really important. That's part of the reason why it's important to be in a private space if you live with somebody. So Dylan, I'll try to be as quiet as possible when I'm in the turret with the traitors. Yeah, I would recommend taking notes throughout the game on anything and everything you think may be important, because this is a little bit of a clue. You never know when you're going to need certain bits of information throughout the game. There are other elements to it that I may or may not be sharing with you until they happen. So stay on your toes, play close attention, and let's have fun. We're going to do a quick icebreaker this time. It's for people who don't know each other to get to know each other. So give me a sec as I divvy you up into breakout rooms. Remember, no traitors have been selected yet. This is just for you guys to get to know each other a little bit, establish a little bit of a baseline of people's behavior.
We'll start with the first traitor, Chris.
Hi.
Yeah, let's not start pointing fingers this early on. Yeah.
I was faithful through and through.
Random generator. Yeah, you were.
He was so faithful, he didn't know anything.
Well, what are the odds I would have in twice?
Crazy.
So right now, I'm going to move everyone into the waiting room, and we're going to select the traitors.
What?
You didn't pick people already, right? They didn't choose to kill me.
You have been selected to become a traitor.
Fuck yeah. Let's go.
Let me quickly just read you your traitor's oath. You will keep your identity a secret, and you will keep the identity of your fellow traitors a secret as well. You cannot out them. You're allowed to suggest their name to raise suspicion, but you cannot, under any circumstances, reveal that you are one of them and that they are also one of them. Do you accept?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Stand by. You're going to go back into the waiting room.
Oh, no.
You have been chosen to become a traitor.
Oh, God.
You are allowed to decline if you would like, but this is your one and only chance. You want me to read you the brief rules of how to play as a traitor?
I've crammed a little bit the last 3 days. Quick question though. When you say it's my last chance, we don't have like recruitments or anything like that? Or if it is a recruitment, I'm just out of the running. Okay. I'll take it.
Okay.
I take it. Do I need a cloak?
Very briefly. No, you don't need a cloak. Yeah, Amazon, it's on its way. You have to keep your identity a secret. This is like the official traitor's oath. Okay. You cannot under any circumstances reveal that you are a traitor. And you cannot under any circumstances reveal that someone else is a traitor.
Right.
Right. So you can suggest other traitors' names to vote them out if you want to raise suspicion on them, but you cannot say they are a traitor. I know for a fact, because then that would imply that you are also a traitor.
So I can't use traitor.
You can use the word traitor. It's not really about the words. It's more about the spirit of the rule being.
Got it.
You can't reveal that you are one.
Okay.
But if you need to throw your other traitors under the bus at some point, that's
right.
allowed.
So you know what I'm going to do? I think this is how I'm going to do it. You're kind of like, you're not in the game, right? You're like the overseer.
No, I'm just hosting.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay. I think I'm just going to wait because I'm assuming most of these people have played this game. I'm going to wait to meet my other traders and see like how they approach that style of like accusing people, because they'll probably be more skilled than me.
Perfect.
Right.
Okay.
But I'm in.
I'll put you in the waiting room now. Great.
All right. Thanks.
You have been chosen to become a traitor.
Oh, God. Wow. You're about to see me speedrun it.
The traitor's oath, if you choose to accept, is that you under no circumstances will reveal that you are a traitor. And also under no circumstances will you reveal the identity of the other traitors. You can raise suspicion about them. You can start to throw them under the bus softly, but you cannot say, I know this person is a traitor, because then that also reveals that you are indeed a traitor, and it kind of breaks the game.
Yep.
Do you accept?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, let's do it. All right. I'm going to put you back in the waiting room now.
Whoa.
We're back. And it is time for our first challenge.
Quick.
So the traitors have been chosen.
Game message with the game.
All right. We're going to play Family Feud.
Great.
Amazing.
Classic. All right. We're dividing into 3 teams.
Oh my God, it's so
Here's how it's going to work.
small.
We're going to go. Here, I can zoom in.
Thanks.
Start studying this board. There's going to be 3 teams. We're going to go one by one, team 1, team 2, team 3, down the line until everybody has given an answer. At the end, we will tally the scores. The teams with the top 2 totals, the top 2 teams, one random person from each of those teams will win a shield. A shield protects you from murder. It does not protect you from banishment. And you can, I'll tell you privately if you got the shield, so you can decide who you want to tell, if you want to tell anybody that you got it. All right. Okay. Team 1 is going to be Ariel, Cody, Connor, Jacob, and Jeremy. Team 2 is going to be Alan, Chris, Drew, Dylan, and Rachel. Team 3 is going to be Jenn, Joe, John, Rob, and Yogev. All right. We are going to go in reverse alphabetical order for each team, starting with Jeremy on team 1. So Jeremy, you're going to give me any answer from this board, and it's going to be your one answer for this game. So choose wisely.
I'm gonna go
Don't
with
take too long.
Mailman.
Mailman? All right, Mailman got you 53 points.
Jeez.
Look at the
Rachel,
Damn.
you're up next for team 2.
Who?
You.
Oh, ha. Strawberries.
Strawberries for 42 points.
Good shit.
All right, Yogev.
Dog. A name like an animal likely to perform tricks.
There you go. Dog, 51 points. Okay, back to team 1. Jacob.
Let's go with coupon.
Coupons. 47 points for team 1. Dylan.
Gambling.
Who does that? 42 points.
Gambling.
Rob, team 3.
Security guard.
Ooh. Which one are you going for there?
An occupation to look tough. What would you call it?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Bouncer?
That-
Do you guys call
Just
bouncer?
Not on there.
Security.
Security.
Security didn't take it. Bouncer.
Bouncer.
There you
Okay.
go. Bouncer. 37.
All right. Sorry.
That works.
That counts.
That's
Oh,
okay.
it's because he's British and he doesn't.
Back to team 1, Connor.
Fear of elevators. Fear of elevators.
Fear.
That's not the number one answer for that.
Wait, just do fear. Just do fear.
Phobia.
I did.
Oh, you did fear.
That's nuts.
I did.
Yeah, it's none of it.
No.
Is that just zero?
I'm yeah, it is, unfortunately.
Just
Drew,
animated.
I know, right? The next time. Drew.
Fire escape.
Oh,
There you go. Oh,
There
that's
you
not
go.
the first
Fire.
one. That's surprising.
20.
Yeah.
Okay, John.
Exercise.
Oh,
Eat shit, John.
The first one. That's not right.
Cody. Cody. Cody.
he's
Is he
thinking.
frozen? Or is he thinking?
He's thinking.
Organic.
You can't do
he's
team role
frozen.
grouping.
Say something if you hear that your name is.
Cody.
He's draining clock on purpose.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah,
Yes.
there
Yeah, I
it
can
is.
hear you.
Okay, fucking, I don't know. My webcam fucked up. Shit, now I forgot what I was going to say. Go to heaven. Heaven.
Heaven.
Nice.
Chris.
I'm gonna go with water.
Water. 4.
Damn.
That opens it up for team 1 again. Joe for team 3.
I'm gonna say hat.
Hat, 38 points on the board. Ariel.
Oh,
It's our last time through the order here.
okay. Clothing.
No.
Close.
Yeah,
Oh,
there,
39.
yeah. Awesome.
Nice.
Let's go.
Alan.
Coffee.
Coffee.
Nice.
21
How is that
points.
not the first one?
That
Damn.
was good.
And finally, Jenn.
Let's go with Scarf.
Scarf, 12 points.
That should be number 1.
Well, it didn't really matter because Team 3 ran away with it. Team 3 finished with 199 points.
Which team was Cody on?
Oh, yeah. So Cody was on Team 1. So I'll tell.
Okay, make sure.
199 points. We have Jenn, Joe, John, Rob, Yogev. And then in second place was Team 1 with Ariel, Cody, Connor, Jacob, Jeremy, somehow.
That's insane.
Was Snow White the happy ever
That's
after?
what I would have guessed.
Cinderella. Going to be Cinderella.
It's got to be Cinderella.
Yeah.
Gas? That was my second one. I was going to go for that one.
Now,
Wait,
Gas?
Yeah.
Team
Yes.
1 won and didn't even get one of the answers at all.
Team 1 got second place, yeah, because
Or second
all of their
place,
other
yeah.
answers were worth at least 39 points.
Wow.
Insane.
Okay. I will be randomly generating the shields now before I forget.
Oh,
I
yeah.
can see around these glasses.
That was fun. I want to play more Family Feud.
We're dropping Traitors right now. All feud.
Yeah, what's this game?
Fuck it. Let's just sporkle for 5 hours.
Yeah.
And all the ghost Family Feud on the side.
America's game. All right. I'm messaging those people now. Jesus, I need to take these glasses off. This is a mess.
As someone with a giant phobia of elevators, I found that answer to be bullshit.
I don't know what the other 3 answers were if fear wasn't one of them. I didn't think it would be the top one.
Exercise? That's absurd. That's absurd.
Okay, so there are 2 shields in the game. Where are we? Let me see. Let me get back on track here. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we are going to open up the breakouts, and this is how the breakouts are going to go for the rest of the game. You can float between them. You're not going to be automatically zapped into one. And you can jump between and chat with people. It's different rooms in the house. We're going to do this for just a few minutes to kind of go over some theories before the end of the night, because at the end of the night, the first person is going to be murdered.
Jeez.
Okay.
Oh God.
So this is gonna be pretty quick, just to get you used to the jumping around the breakout rooms part of it. Okay. All right, y'all. I'm putting everybody to sleep. It's time to go into the waiting room. And unfortunately, when you wake up tomorrow, one of you will be murdered.
God.
That was so fast. Who got here?
The game is the game. You know? Yeah.
That's the game.
All right.
Imagine
Stand
going
by.
to Scotland and getting sent home. That would suck.
No, right? And
We're
staying
in
at,
our
like,
own
a
homes.
Holiday
They have
Inn
to
Express.
travel.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I don't think you get
Yeah.
sent home. I think you get to stay in Scotland for a couple weeks.
Do you?
Which that's great.
I
I think
hope
so.
so.
Rob, who are you hoping to see in here?
So I'm hoping maybe like Drew. I've got a feeling it's going to be Chris, and it's just going to be an absolute calamity of us trying to not look suspicious. I'm hoping maybe Dylan. Oh my god!
Holy fuck.
This was random.
Yeah. Yeah. The fucking traitor gods are with us. Oh my god, we can't
Oh
lose.
yeah.
But wait, there is another.
No. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh,
Good
boy.
evening. How are we doing?
What's going on?
All right, guys. This is your first murder. You all have
Should
to
we
agree
spin the
on
wheel?
somebody. Talk it out.
So what I can tell you from our breakout rooms, because I've been in the same group of 4 of us, including me, is me, Drew, Yogev. I don't know how you pronounce his name properly, and Jeremy. And we kind of sort of said, let's all each have each other's backs a bit. Now Yogev was on my team as well, so he could potentially have a shield. So I don't know if it's a good move to maybe get one of them, because we kind of like, I was in a group and sort of said, yeah, let's stick together. But then there's risk of a shield.
Right. I actually forgot who's on team 3 already. I was on team 3, but I don't have the shield. So.
Oh yeah.
So I know
tried writing
Jacob and
everyone's names on
John.
my
I think
pen.
we're on. I think Jacob and John were on team 3 too.
Okay.
Unless they lied.
I'll remember to write that down next time.
Oh yeah, Jenn, Joe, me, Yogev, and I missed one person off because my pen ran out.
Jenn, Joe, you. Okay. John and Jacob. Is that too many?
Jacob was on team 1.
Jacob's on team 1. Oh, okay. You fucking lied then. God damn it.
So I'll say this: I'm for taking out, and he's the one who invited me here, but I'm for taking out Jeremy, not only because he invited me here and he knows me best out of all of you, but B, because he was bragging about how he won last time and how skilled he is. And he is. He's very smart and perceptive. I'm for taking him out, and he's in that little core, so I'll go with that.
I like that. He was going on about how he's got a good strategy in mind for this game, and
he's the one that turned me on to it. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
the only thing that worries me about Jeremy is because I made it to the end with him, and he was like, "Oh, we're gonna be partners to the end," and like I didn't want to do that, but like I also wanted to I didn't think he was it, so I don't know if killing him first is gonna I don't know if that'll
attract,
because it was him and Ariel, and Ariel was also a fucking traitor, which blew my fucking mind. I couldn't believe it. I thought maybe Jeremy, but not Ariel. Fuck.
So do you think maybe second for Jeremy then? Second night murder him? But that then obviously puts the risk that he could try and get one of us out at management.
Yeah. He might also get a shield too. I don't know if there's another game.
I mean, I'm cool with either one. I think we have to get him out early though. I think he's smart and he knows me and he knows you now. And it seems like he knows all of us somewhat. Yeah. So
who's most connected amongst everyone? Who knows basically everyone here?
I think that would be Dylan probably, right?
Yeah.
That might be good too, to fracture any kind of clique that would start voting all.
Yeah. You want to isolate people that are kind of on their own a little bit.
Create chaos. Yeah.
Which sounds a bit horrible.
Yeah.
Okay.
I have a question I have to get out of the way though, and it's just a real aside. In terms of how you guys are going to go about, I was told by our cloaked overmaster, I can't actually say I am, or that person is a traitor because we're traitors. He told me to avoid using the term traitor. I'm curious how you guys are going to go about doing that, because I think if anyone starts noticing there's only a few people that aren't using the word traitor in any situation, they're going to.
You can say the word traitor, you just can't say I'm a traitor or Joe's a traitor or Chris is a traitor. Yeah. So you could say, I don't know, I think
anyone could be the traitor.
Drew's being a little sus,
Okay, so you can single out people. You can single out people, and you can say it could be one of them, but not one of the traitors. Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
You can say the word traitor. It's not about the word choice. It's just really about the spirit of it.
I don't want to, and that's what it is. I don't want to ruin the spirit of the game, and I'm totally new, so that's why I'm asking these questions.
Totally. And we can also arise suspicion amongst each other. If I want to say, Chris, I don't know what you were talking some weird stuff earlier, kind of thing.
Right. Yeah.
But as long as I don't say,
slide off,
guys. Yeah.
Yeah.
What are you guys thinking for this one then? You thinking Jeremy then?
I'm okay. Thinking we could go with Jeremy. Yeah.
Jeremy or the other guy that you mentioned, the kind of core guy.
Yeah, I'd be down for Jeremy, and if for whatever reason it comes to me and I get banished, then it's so easy to sell what are the chances of me and Rob getting it? Everyone always suspects both of us. Right. What are the chances, right? I feel like that could.
Because last time, Joe, first thing in, good. Chris goes, Rob is awful sus. And I was just a faithful, just chilling, mind my own business.
Right.
All right. Do we have a choice?
So we're going Jeremy, yeah?
Jeremy.
Okay, cool. All right. I'll see you guys at breakfast.
All right.
All right.
No way. I have been murdered. Have I been murdered?
Yeah.
Of course. Why would I'm actually
the target on your back was too big.
Yeah, of course. I was hoping they would be keep him around. Maybe he's a murderer. Maybe he's a.
Yeah. Do you want to know who it is?
Yes, I do.
There's 3, and they were chosen immediately this time. It is Rob, Chris, and Joe.
Okay, fun. I like all three of those people in different.
Yeah, yeah.
And that makes me really happy that Joe voted me out first.
Yeah.
I told you he's ruthless. Great. I would love to be a ghost.
Amazing. You got it.
Thank
All
you.
right. See ya.
Look at all these alive faces. So beautiful.
All right. Breakfast people.
Is this us walking in?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the one by one nature of this is pretty intense.
Oh my god.
Survived the night.
So fun.
Oh, I'm here.
I hope there are pastries left, gluten-free pastry.
Definitely.
They're
They were
definitely
never
not
here to
labeled.
begin with.
In
So
one of
just
the
They were in the same
careful.
box as all the other ones, so you can't guarantee no cross contamination.
Stupid. I told production.
Yeah.
Did you sign anything?
Yeah.
Oh.
Definitely that you're responsible for gluten cross contaminations.
Should I?
Sue Matthew.
Oh, morning.
Sucks for you guys. Go sit on the floor.
Morning.
Yay!
Yogev lives.
Who are we waiting
Yogev's
for?
alive.
I thought
I
I
mean,
got
good morning.
I was out there for so long.
Are we missing our 2 traitors from last time?
100%. That's absolutely what's
Far.
happening. Yes.
That's good on purpose.
So
Yeah, that's
I'm
As
just
Ariel
gonna go
and
out on a
Jeremy.
limb and say
Ariel
whoever
lives.
is a traitor
Ariel's
probably
here.
was here for the
Ariel's
first
here.
game.
No Jeremy.
Joe,
Yeah.
no Jeremy.
Okay, so the traitor now was definitely here last
Karma.
time. 100%.
Wait, who's gone?
Winner from last
Jeremy.
Jeremy.
The target on his back was too
Hardly
big.
knew ye.
Oh, he was a
Look
traitor.
at your
last
little
time.
hat, Matthew.
Yes.
Yeah, last time.
I'm letting him in. I'm letting him in because he's a ghost. Hold on, let me rename him.
I like pictures of costume changes.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Excellent.
It's encouraged. Yeah.
This one you can keep. I like this one. Honestly, this just looks like a regular hat that John Fitzpatrick would wear.
Pilot Matthew over here. I love it.
You should wear that skydiving.
There you go. Yeah.
Good.
I don't think they'll let
does
you.
look like something John would wear.
So
Yeah, it's like the exact
unfortunately,
hat he has.
unfortunately, Jeremy was murdered, as you can see.
Oh, sorry,
Sad
Jen.
day.
He
Sad
went
day.
from winning to first boot, which
Yeah.
honestly kind
Classic.
of makes sense.
Classic arc.
Yeah,
that's
exactly. Exactly.
Way of the world.
Okay, you guys. Well, congrats. You made it to day 2. We're all here. There's 14 of you left. And the shields are now out of play, the ones that you had before. You all survived. Jeremy obviously did not have the shield. We are going to jump right in to our next challenge.
Yes.
And this challenge, for those who played last time, is going to be similar to a game that we played. Hold on. I'm going to put you all in regular gallery mode here.
Showing everyone our messy bed and closet.
That poor beret just
Close
tripped on the floor
closet
behind
door.
you.
Yes.
Yeah, that's ideal, actually.
Exactly. Today's
so
challenge, I am gonna say an object, and you have to bring it in front of the camera.
Okay.
Oh god.
Like a
And
specific object.
I am using.
Oh
Sorry,
yeah, Rach.
you don't.
Should have thought about that before you got all knocked up, Rachel.
I guess.
Like, I don't know what to tell you. You can have someone in the house bring you something if you'd like.
No one's home.
Yeah, like your
Well.
pregnant wife.
No one's even home.
Yeah, I didn't think about that. Sorry about that, Rach.
Shadow
ready. I'm
shadow
ready.
puppets.
Let's
You
do
got to
it.
point to it.
And
Is this
last
fair
time
to
we
people
did
who are
this,
all in the same house? I feel like that's a disadvantage if there's only one of the thing.
look, it's not my problem. Take it up with the producer of the show.
I'd like to have a conversation with the producer of the show.
Let me see.
You're
Oh no,
doing-
they're
Where's
actually
Jeff
not
Probst?
people. Sorry.
Yeah.
Okay.
Jeff?
Last time we did it with letter of the alphabet. This time I'm just going to say the object, and I'm using perchance.org, which is a random object generator.
I have a question.
All right. Yes.
Am I allowed to come into our bedroom if there's something in there?
No.
Okay.
Disadvantages all over the place.
I know.
I'm on the whole bottom floor by myself. Fuck yeah, you win, Ariel.
All right. So here's how it's going to work. The first person to get 3 points, actually the first 2 people to get 3 points will win shields. You will not know when those people have gotten them. The game will just end at some point. Okay. It's going to take a little while if it goes anything like last time. All right. The first item is a paintbrush.
Someone's going to fall over.
A what?
Paintbrush.
I don't think I have a paintbrush.
All right. We got it.
Bingo.
It's over.
Damn.
It's over.
Wow. How did someone have that so quick? That's crazy.
I don't even know.
I don't think I own a paintbrush.
Okay.
Running.
The next item. Shoes. Plural.
Fuck.
Nah, it's blurred. I gotta take my background out.
The next item. Bracelet.
Oh, jeez.
I'm not going to
wearing
move for that.
I'm not. Yeah, me neither. Honestly.
All right. All right. It's been found. It's been found.
Hopefully I got it.
Oh God. The next one. Can of chili.
That's
What?
I'm not even gonna try.
Not even gonna
Yeah.
try.
I'm gonna try.
Not even. We're not doing stairs.
I got beans and tomatoes. Does that
Beans?
count?
Fuck you, Rob.
All those that are in my
That's
house.
a technicality. They're on the same can.
Dang it. Someone else has
Oh, someone's got chili. Wow.
Okay. The next one.
Killing us. Chili.
Bottle of water.
What about a cup of water?
This isn't a bottle of water.
The bottle would be.
All right. All right.
I'm not sure we do that here.
Next one. Some of these I'm skipping. You're welcome. Stocks.
No.
So,
I
what?
can't go in the room.
Socks.
I'm not allowed in the room with the socks.
Socks.
So.
Only one.
Okay.
Socks. Plural.
All right. All right. Oh,
I
this
took them off so I wouldn't fall down. Smart.
conditioner.
No.
Oh, I'm not ready for stairs for that.
Way too
No,
far.
I'm sitting down.
I can't do that.
What do you guys
I'm
all
not
live in
allowed
mansions?
Conditioner.
Yeah, I live in a mansion.
Fucking got it.
Leave it
You don't know.
conditioner.
Fucking got it.
All right.
Damn it.
No. Wait.
It's over. It's over.
Okay.
Who's
Oh,
winning?
man.
Like, how close is somebody?
Can we just score update?
I don't know, guys.
Okay.
I mean,
Who
I know,
knows?
but I'm not telling you.
I'm gonna do this forever.
Bandana.
No.
Oh, I don't have a bandana.
Let me just check my bandana drawer right here.
Does count?
Okay, we got it. We got it.
No.
Nice.
Whoa, that's so
All right,
fast
fine.
for a
I'll
bandana.
tell you, someone has 2. Okay,
Wait.
but a bunch of other people have 1. So it's
But we're
anyone's
waiting for
guess.
2 people to get 3.
Yes.
Got it. But does
Okay.
anyone have 3?
Joe just got the conditioner. Okay. Watch.
Fuck.
It's in the other room.
All right.
Right here.
In the bedroom, I'm not allowed in.
That's what you
Dylan,
get
there
for
are plenty- there are plenty
getting
of
proposed
things in the
to
rest
by
of
the
our
host.
apartment.
We lived together before he proposed to me. I wasn't allowed in the bedroom then either.
Next one.
Still isn't.
Empty
We weren't
jar.
playing Traitors then.
What?
Wait,
Empty jar. Empty jar.
Ah, fuck! It's not empty. Hold on.
Matthew!
Basically empty.
Empty jar.
Okay. Okay.
Jen, why don't you have any jars in here?
They're
The
downstairs.
good thing about me not revealing this is I have 0 accountability. It's fantastic on who I pick first.
Yeah. I'm like, oh my
Mushrooms
god.
everywhere. That was a bad.
Okay, the next one is novel.
Huh?
Um,
A
You
novel?
don't even have books in there?
boom! Boom!
And get it out of the show.
Books, Drew.
Is it
There
a
are now
novel though?
two. Okay, we're
Little
good. We
Women.
got it.
Novel.
There's bartending books.
There are now
Oh, not a
two
novel.
people with 2 points.
Shit.
I think I'm one of them.
The next object, ring.
Boom.
Got
I took it off for the fucking show.
Okay.
Did I win?
Oh my
Oh.
God. I'm okay. This is not going to be one of them, but Rob, I want you to know that it literally just generated plush octopus.
Where is it?
Rob literally has a plush octopus. That is crazy.
I usually get away
Swear.
with that.
Okay, the next one is purse/bag.
Boom. Nuts. Okay. Well,
Oh,
of course, Ariel.
Okay,
Wait, why wasn't plush octopus one of them? That should have been one of them.
because I know you're the only person that has a plush octopus, Rob.
Ari has one, I bet.
Yeah, but she's not
In
home right
Indiana.
Not here.
Okay, the next
now. And it's a
one
bear octopus.
is
Counts.
a postage stamp.
Ooh, that's not
Oh,
happening.
No.
it's in the drawer somewhere.
Alan, all of this mail is
It's in-
prepaid.
It's in Allen's.
Okay,
Alan, all
We've
the
got-
mail is prepaid.
Damn it.
quick score update. Someone has 3,
Probably
and
me.
three people are tied with 2.
Can you tell
Jesus.
somebody if they have 3 in case they just maybe don't have to run anymore?
Maybe, but
But
then,
then you'll
but
be
then it would
exposed.
reveal exactly. It
That's
would reveal that you
Oh,
have.
that's true. Oh, that's so true. Okay. I know
Okay.
that I think this means.
The next item is a fork.
Son of a fuck.
No.
Out of fork. Nice.
This is what I get for living in a house.
You can use this as a fork.
Okay.
Yeah, Rage, you should have a 700 square foot
All right.
apartment instead.
Yeah, I'd win
Yeah,
this
it's
challenge.
way better. Way better.
A studio apartment works.
The next item is a
Yeah,
glass.
that's.
Gotta win.
Oh, son of a bitch.
How many glasses?
Okay. The game is over.
Damn it.
Oh.
I will be messaging the people that they want a shield.
Got to remember to limber up next time we play this game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I have to remember to put all of my belongings in the same room before I play this game.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I've got some putting away to do later.
Like a bin of shit.
Okay.
Can't be too ready.
I would say, okay, right now I have scheduled more breakout time. Do you guys want more breakout time or you want to go straight to the banishment?
I can.
More to breakout
Breakout?
time.
Breakout.
breakout.
time, always.
Okay, great. All right, I'm going to open up the breakout rooms. You'll have some amount of time.
Oh, not the table.
I'm in the middle of the table. What's up?
Sus. Yogev's like, I'm so gathered you all here today.
I'm just gonna like lie down and just.
Oh.
All right, gang. So you have a few minutes here to kind of test out some theories, accuse people, try to get some numbers going before we actually bring it to a vote. So if anybody wants to start the discussion, feel free.
Let's talk about Ariel. Is she gonna live or die?
I think.
Hey, what went on in your room? To pile on. What went on in your room? To pile on to Ariel.
Okay, so what we were, yeah. Are you
What were you
asking John?
Yeah. No, you go
Yes.
ahead. You tell us where you're at. I'm a little worried for you.
Okay. I'm worried for me too. Okay. So the first breakout room was me, Jeremy, and Jacob. Jeremy and I caught Jacob up and we were like, hey, we were the traitors last time. We won. We're like horrified that we're going to die. And then Jeremy died. And so I think I'm also going to die. But I don't necessarily think that means it's Jacob because that would be pretty obvious, just in my opinion. But you could be playing it really well. That's just, I know that we were breakout buddies and I still trust you, but like, I don't know anything except for that. I think I'm going to die.
No,
So,
to
like,
me, I think because what you're saying is true. That's how I opened it up in the study in that breakout room. And
Baby.
that's what makes me feel like at least one of the traitors was definitely here last time. So for banishment, I think it's important to key in. I don't know. I don't think a new person would have made that move at all.
That baby would.
All of us waving to the baby.
Jacob has a baby on his lap.
Yay.
Oh my God!
He's pretty traitorous.
Your name is in front of the baby.
Oh,
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
There you go. Can you Lion King the baby?
Simba Cam.
Hey, Joe, since you haven't played last time, you didn't play last time, and I've noticed like you've got to observe a whole bunch. Is there anything that like you picked up?
Well, I just started watching the show a couple days ago, so this is all
Nice.
pretty fresh to me. From what I've been able to gather, it sounds like Jeremy, who invited me here, and the only person I know here, was the traitor who won, and then Ari was with him, right?
Yeah.
And you both won.
Yeah.
Okay. So it sounds like our theory is that it's somebody who was here last time who would have had a grudge against them. Was there anyone that they turned on, or we know they turned on?
Apparently.
Yeah,
It sounds like that was Chris from what we
Where's
heard.
it was
Chris?
100% Chris. He literally thought he won the
Most
game
Chris.
with 2 loyal faithfuls, only to find out that he was faithful and the other 2 were traitors. He has a reason for revenge. In fact, he said in a breakout room, he hopes Ariel's next.
Oh,
True.
Oh, yeah, he did.
But I think in him
I was in that. It sounded
Yeah.
like kind of a joke. Like,
Yeah, I don't know. I took it really
I think-
seriously.
I
I've never
think
heard
with him
Chris joke
saying
ever
that-
in his life.
okay.
I think
do that.
him saying
He's
that
a
is
very
just one
serious-
that, like,
He's a very
Yeah.
serious person.
Yeah.
110% every day, all the time.
Yeah.
See, here's the thing. There's 2 schools of thought. Either he says that and it like completely absolves him of any of any banishment because that's just not within his character, or he fucking learned. All right, he learned. He studied the tape. All right, both
So-
and US,
Yogev,
and he got
played
overlooked.
we played Among Us a lot with Chris.
Okay,
He doesn't change much.
okay, okay. This is good information.
Yeah.
Okay.
Never tell.
And Yogev, you also only know Jeremy, right?
No, I only
No.
know Rachel.
Oh, you only know Rachel. Okay.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't know who people brought in. Okay, so you only know Rachel. So Rachel, is this, I know different people are different amounts of outspoken. You'd say this like taking a kind of leadership in conversation or whatever, that's in character
Of
for
Yogev?
Yogev? Yeah.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Got it. This isn't like he's lying and like sputtering.
No. He and I can both like sit back and listen really well, or we can like lead a whole facilitated conversation.
And you
Got
guys
it.
can both trait very well, would you say? Maybe? Maybe really
I mean,
being
I've actually never been in a situation where either I have had to be dishonest or Yogev has had to be dishonest with me. So
Yeah, I don't
actually
think we've
no idea.
ever needed to be dishonest
Yeah.
with each other.
we've been like overly honest with each other.
Got it. And this is the same vibe as when he's being honest.
Yes.
With you.
Is there
I don't know.
anybody
So I just
else?
wanted to check.
Is there anybody else from last game besides Chris that we might suspect? Because I feel like that's really bold of Chris to say, and I don't necessarily think that. I don't think that you're a traitor.
Well, couldn't it just be Jacob since you told Jacob that stuff?
Yeah, it also like I don't want to throw myself under the bus, and I'm a faithful, but I was recruited as a traitor last time and then viciously stabbed in the back by you and Jeremy.
That's true.
Because I was the only traitor who didn't go to the end.
I'm trying not to
but
judge anything from the last game too much. I'm trying to come in
Yeah,
with this like a
that's true.
fresh
We
mind.
did have like a
but
whole group of new
it is a
people,
good point.
and
yeah.
So Dylan also has potential motive, kind of
Yeah.
obvious. motive.
Yeah, actually, hey Matthew, is this season titled Redemption?
the name of the name of
No,
the
season
cannot be
it's all
said.
numbers. It's all numbers.
Just want to make sure. Just want to
We
clear
ran
that
out of
up.
ideas. We
This
ran
is
out of
just
ideas.
Traitors
for themes, so we
Australia.
just went straight to the numbers.
Blood versus water.
Australia.
Like a little show of hands.
Traitors
for
the
you,
Amazon.
just so I can like have a visual.
What's that?
What was that?
If,
Played
like,
last time?
if you were in the game last time.
1, 2, 3. Oh, it's a lot of people.
5, 6.
Who's the most mad about it?
I mean, Chris.
Who has the most feelings about the last game period?
I don't know though. It kind of
Could have been anybody.
To kill
Anyone called
off
Chris.
the person who won seems like someone would do it who was there but wants to like frame Chris or Dylan.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't. It seems
I
so
agree with that.
obvious
Yeah.
that like.
Yeah, but the thing is, there's multiple
People know
traitors,
now.
and there only needs to be one repeat
So-
person to have that idea.
Question:
true.
who had the most low key game last game?
Oh, good question.
You were
Most
voted out
low-
early though,
Ariel.
right?
Or I
I
guess
was voted out
Jeremy.
immediately.
Yeah, some people who played last time who played a low-key game aren't here anymore. I would say Connor played a low-key game last time. That's pretty sus. Yeah, a bunch of people were voted out pretty early.
I think I was shy because I didn't know anyone. And also, to be honest, Ari did betray me, but I also, again,
That
didn't
is
know
true.
anyone. So I'm not like
Yeah.
bitter about it.
Do we have to vote soon?
Yeah, I was actually just going to say that. It is actually time to vote now.
Oh,
So
Can't make
this
a
is
plea
how
before we vote?
you can say one more thing, John.
I think we should vote Jacob.
Proof something.
For what it's worth, we haven't been in a room at all together, so I don't know where he's pulling that up. That's all I'm going to say. Okay.
I love it. There can only be one good guitar player in this
When
game.
is the best time for the
It's all the
pregnant,
guitars. I had to go for him.
For the what?
for the pregnant lady to pee?
For the pregnant lady
Not
to
allowed.
pee would probably be after
During
the
the night.
round table, during the murder, during the night, or during breakfast.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
In
Yeah.
about 10 minutes.
Okay, let's get down to business here. So this is how it's going to work. To lock in your vote, you're going to direct message me on Zoom,
Oh,
and
wow.
you tell me who you're voting for, and then I will mark it down to lock it in, and then we will go around the table, and you will announce your vote and a reason why you voted for that person to everybody at the table. All right. Looks like we have our results. Let's start with Dylan. Who did you vote for and why?
Okay, I am sorry. I think you're a lovely person, but I voted for Chris. And it's because it's such an obvious thing that like I would kick myself if at the end he's like, yeah, I told you guys from the beginning I was seeking revenge and was happy Jeremy died and wanted Ariel to go next. And we let him get that far. I know we shouldn't base it too much on last game, but he got to play the whole game last game. So I don't feel that bad for him being first boot if that happens.
Good logic.
Okay. Joe, who did you vote for and why?
I voted for Dylan. And only because I have such limited information, it sounds like both Chris and Dylan were betrayed. And I was in that room with Chris when he made that joke, and it just came off way too casual to be an act. So the other option is Dylan, and so that's where I went. I don't know enough.
We could have been friends. You seem
I know.
nice.
Well, we were friends at the beginning.
I know. It was nice. Nice for a few minutes.
Yeah, very short.
John, who did you vote for and why?
I voted for Jacob. I'm sorry, Jacob. I know I don't know you. But I was thinking we didn't really have any consensus as a group. It was kind of all over the place. But between the returning people, it was like there was not going to be any organization of the vote, and I felt like it would be better to try to target somebody, and it felt like it makes a lot of sense if they tell Jacob we're so worried because all these people out to get us that he now knows if I take out one of them or if, then there's going to be a lot of drama. There's going to be a lot of people that are easily talked about. It'll keep attention off of me. I'll just slip right into the group. So he knew I had that information, might have used it, and it was something to start with. So that's why I threw it out there. Sorry, man.
Okay. Chris, who did you vote for and why?
I voted for Ari. Took a shot, maybe.
Randomly. Yeah. Randomly. No
Okay.
judgment. No vindication from last game.
Ariel, who did you vote for and why?
Honestly, I voted for Connor because the only reason I thought it'd be a little funny because you said at the end that you also were betrayed. I don't really have anything, and I didn't think that anybody was going to vote for you. So that was honestly my real reason.
Okay, Drew, who did you vote for?
Voted for John.
Oh, this is chaotic.
Classic.
All over. Holy cow.
I don't know. In my
Someone's going to
experience,
be banished with 2 votes.
from my memory, John doesn't really jump onto theories that quickly. So I just thought it was a little strange. And that's the only minorly strange thing that I could pick up on.
Okay. Rob, who do you vote for and why?
So I voted for Alan, and it was purely just because I was trying to do a throwaway vote, and I figured that no one else would vote for you. That was literally it, because I didn't have anything to go on, so I was just trying to do a throwaway.
Fair enough.
Sorry.
Okay. Alan, who did you vote for and why?
Similar to the throwaway vote, I voted for Rachel because she needed to go pee, and I thought I'd give her more time.
There you go.
Hey, thanks.
So
That
just
was
to get a,
To
a little
summarize.
vote tally update, we have one vote apiece for Rachel, Connor, Ariel, John, Chris, Dylan, Jacob, and Alan.
Wow.
Wow.
What do we do if everyone gets one vote?
You're doing great.
That's crazy. That would be insane.
Cody, who did you vote for and why?
So I'm gonna break the streak. I'm sorry, but I voted Rachel. Similar. Like honestly, I don't have much to go on except for like obviously I know most people from the last game. I know everybody from the last game because I was in the last game. I mean, I don't know. I just was most obsessed with Yogev and Rachel just because they were both talking and like trying to like dig at information. I don't know. Like, there's nothing personal. First vote. I don't know much. It's a gut feel. I just feel like you're playing a very, very coy game, and I think maybe that's a hunch. That's it.
Okay. Yogev, who did you vote for and why?
I voted Rob.
Yes, confessional style.
I had a notepad. I had to.
I love it.
Right.
My answer is twofold. One, my answer is threefold now. He has more than one octopus. That's suspicious. Two,
It's the same one.
he's a co-op.
Oh, wow.
He's a co-op. All right. But no, I think he's the most medium suspicious. Just when I was looking around and asking everyone else, like who played the last one, he gave me like the least amount of suspicion in a very
suspicious way.
Yeah, it was just like it was like a little too odd for how not suspicious he was. So
Okay.
I got on that one.
All right. Rachel, who did you vote for?
White shirt strategy.
That's the only time you've ever called me Rachel in your whole life.
Probably. Yeah.
I voted for Drew, and I love you, Drew. I'm sorry. It was honestly, I had no idea what to go off of. I was looking at my list of people who played in the last game, and something
I did.
pulled on me there. So there we go.
Okay. Connor, who did you vote for?
I voted, unfortunately, for Drew, just because I remember he was voted out right at the beginning last time because he was a threat. I kind of thought that wouldn't happen this time, so I was hoping it would be a bit of a throwaway vote, but I didn't have much to go on.
Yeah.
Okay. So quick update here. Actually, let's do one more. We have 2 votes remaining. Jacob, who did you vote for?
I voted for Chris because I was aligned with Dylan's line of thinking. I didn't want to be caught in the I was hiding in plain sight motive, so I'm trying to quell that if that's the case. Don't know if that's true, but I was in the same vein as Dylan.
Okay. So a scoring update with 1 vote remaining. We have 2 votes for Rachel, 2 votes for Drew, 2 votes for Chris, and then 1 vote for a lot of other people. Let's finish it off with Jenn.
Drew, I thought it was you because I thought you were seeking revenge.
You just leave.
No.
No, I just fucking died.
Oh, you're banished.
Technically, you got
You're
banned.
everybody's throwaway vote.
To death.
Oh no.
Buddy, I love
Drew,
you.
you're
Hi,
going to
Drew.
stand up there, and why don't you tell us your role in this game?
I don't think you deserve to hear it because I was completely faithful.
Oh.
Again,
Dang it.
Is that you saying it?
Yeah.
I do want to say, usually when Drew's falsely accused, I'm part of the reason for that, and I had nothing to do with that, Drew. So,
Well,
wanted you to know.
you know what that
trying
means.
to cover their tracks.
No,
All
just
right.
my friendship with Drew.
Drew, you can go ahead and turn your camera off,
Bye,
and
buddy.
I will rename you Ghost.
Oh no, don't buddy me.
Matthew didn't vote you off.
All right.
Rip.
Well,
Oh,
you guys did
God.
nothing to help your cause,
No.
and we voted out a faithful here. So now it's time to go to sleep when one of you will get murdered.
Fantastic.
So unproductive round for y'all faithful. We'll see you at breakfast if you make it that far.
I mean, I swear to God, if I'm right again, I'll be so pissed.
Who do you think they are? I'm not going to say. I won't. I know who it is, but I won't respond.
I'm most suspicious of Dylan and Jacob.
Ooh. Let me get my traitor lighting set up.
Oh,
that's pink. That's not red.
Successful first round, guys.
Oh,
there we go.
Ooh, that's devious. All right.
I may have overdone a little bit in the breakout room, but
I feel like
I think you put a target on you, but
yeah,
that's why I tried to deflect to Dylan a little bit, because I think you both have similar reasons for going after Jeremy. The only problem is if we go after Dylan now, it's going to look really suspicious, so that she almost can't be it.
Because I'm not sure, because Dylan and Airy were sort of like having a little sort of thing.
They were what?
I don't know.
Like
they
a
were kind of like
conflict?
having, like in that chat. Then obviously, I forget what exactly was said. But Airy was.
I need to take notes.
Mentioned about Dylan.
I have some notes. Dylan and who's the one with the baby?
Jacob.
Both of them seemed aligned on the Chris theory.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't mind getting Jacob out. Unfortunately, that would also kind of draw attention to Chris.
What move doesn't draw attention to Chris, but also is kind of a good move? Because I feel like if we got rid of someone like Jenn or Alan, for example, they've not really interacted much. They might just be watching. Like, one thing that concerns me is John. He made it a point to say that he was looking during the objects game to see who was bringing what, and that makes me think that he's watching what everyone else is doing rather than sort of thinking about what he's going to say. So that concerns me a little bit. And
there was some suspicion cast on John from somebody who said he doesn't jump to theories very quickly. And
Drew,
he did.
And then Drew got banished.
And then obviously John is voting for Jacob as well. Well, he voted for Jacob last game. Just now.
Mm-hmm.
So I think John could be a good one to do, just to kind of not immediately raise suspicion towards Chris if we got rid of Dylan or Jacob.
Okay. I think John's good. Because there was already, who else was suspicious of Jacob?
I don't know if anyone was suspicious of him. Was Rachel? Did Rachel mention Jacob?
Well, Ari had mentioned that her and Jeremy were in a meeting with Jacob, and they told him that they were like the last traitors, and then Jeremy died. So they like kind of put that on Jacob and like brought it up.
Okay.
And then John I think John reiterated. John, he said a lot, and I can't remember all of it. But he voted for Jacob too. So I wonder if John Ari, I think is too. I think Ari would be too.
No, it can't be Ari.
So maybe John, but I don't know. I'm still down to talk about it.
So right before we came from the breakout room into the banishment room, Dylan and John very publicly tried to go into a breakout room together just before the rooms closed. So that could be something that we could use.
Absolutely.
At some point.
Wasn't there a point where there were only like a couple people in one room? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, and then Dylan actually said, "John, let's go somewhere private and talk."
I like that.
Started closing
because that could draw attention to Dylan and get her banished in a way we wouldn't have to murder her.
Yeah, because I think the big players I want to get rid of sooner are Dylan, because she has a lot of connections with everyone. Ari, because she kind of puts blame on Chris a bit. And also Dylan puts blame on Chris as well. I'm less concerned about Yogev putting blame on me because that was kind of a
Castaway
I was suspicious
vote.
I was suspicious that you weren't suspicious. No, I think what he said, like when asked about who played the game before or something, you didn't really give much of an answer or something on those lines. It's like I was actually trying to be less suspicious. So I don't know. I was just sat here.
Yeah.
So what are you guys thinking for this one?
No fucking idea.
I'm gonna let you guys make the choice. I think I'm in a pretty good position right now because everyone seems to think it's someone from the last game, which puts me well out of scope. So
maybe we need to get rid of somebody from the last game, because I think if we got rid of John now, then we can't use the thing about Dylan and John potentially being together because they were going off to try and collude together, and no one knows if we've got 2 or 3 traitors yet.
Right.
So we could do Jacob.
Connor or Jacob.
Jacob voted for Chris.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, but John voted for Jacob. So if we then use the play of Dylan and John,
right,
kind of ganging up a little bit.
Yeah.
I think that's a good idea.
Sow that seed. And I think you kind of have to be the person to do that, Joe, because if me or Chris start sowing that seed, it will look too obvious.
So sowing the seed of John and Dylan going off together?
Yeah.
Okay.
If you can do that.
Well, I already suspected Dylan, and I have a pretty good theory for why. I grouped her in the same category. Yeah.
Okay. So I think that could work then if we went Jacob.
Okay. Can I get one of you guys in my breakout room to kind of go, oh, okay. Yeah. Maybe just like follow along.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Chris, maybe you stay away.
Chris, you stay. Maybe it should be Rob.
All right, what's the choice?
So we are going to murder Jacob, right?
Yep.
Oh, poor Jacob.
Poor baby.
Oh no. Proper Simba moment.
We'll see you at breakfast.
Oh no. God damn it, dude. Why did that take so long?
Jacob, you've been murdered.
Yeah, fair enough.
Do you have any guesses as to who it is?
Well, I the low hanging fruit would be John, but or Chris. Yeah, I'm probably not gonna be able to hang the whole time if I'm in the hair.
Chris.
Yeah.
Rob and Joe.
Damn. Brilliant.
All right.
I went after the wrong person. That's
I'm going to rename you Ghost. Feel free to hang as long as you want. I'm going to put you back in the waiting room for now. You're going to come in for breakfast as a ghost, no camera on, okay? And I'll add you to the signal. I'll add you to the signal ghost chat.
Hey, we made it.
Yay!
We live.
We alive.
Oh, thank goodness.
Oh my God.
Look at this beautiful breakfast spread. How are you, Rachel? Haven't seen you in ages.
I know. I was going to say it's so good to hear your voice. I'm good.
So good to see you.
I'm good. I am 7 months pregnant.
Yes, I've been seeing your updates. Very exciting.
It's so cool. I just wild.
Mazel tov. Is that your first child?
Thank you. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. So excited. It's also just wild. Like everything is harder and I'm like randomly tired or randomly have energy. Like there's just like no predictability anymore at all.
Is your sleep schedule just out the window?
Oh my God. It's horrendous. Like some days I have insomnia. Other days I'm like sleeping in the middle of the day. Like I'm not a reliable human being right now.
It's like the joys of childbirth.
That means she's a traitor.
Pregnancy and all that.
Exactly. Yay!
See, Rachel's happy
we all
to
live
see
in.
me.
She's nicer than me.
I wasn't here last time.
Alan's here, but No one's in the chat.
Alan's alive. Chris is alive.
Bonzo, why are you being such a grumbly, growly boy?
Joe, how do you know Jeremy?
We went to grade school together, and then he moved to Canada in like second, third grade. So, but we have a Sacramento Kings chat that we stay in touch with. Oh my God, who's this guy?
Bonzo.
Bonzo.
And Bonzo like the bean.
Oh. How old is Bonzo?
He'll be 2 in June.
Oh my God, that's gone so quick.
Baby.
Yeah, he's so old all of a sudden. Yay, Yogev!
Pop.
Yay. I was worried there for a second. I was like, am I going to die? It's me. Yeah.
I know.
Wait,
It was
so
taking
who's
a long
left?
time. Oh my God,
Number
Dumb.
Oh.
Abby, you look dumb.
The Fez.
Yeah, where do you even find one?
Like I was wrong.
Little mom and pop shop, Amazon.com.
I figure. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Oh, Matthew.
Unfortunately, Jacob has been murdered.
Jacob!
Interesting.
He will be
That's
missed.
insane.
That one feels strategic.
Okay, so he was not in the last game, but voted for Chris this time. Is that correct?
Oh,
yes.
I forgot to fucking write down.
He voted.
Which makes me think less so that it's Chris. That seems like the smoke screen.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Right.
All right, folks. There's no challenge this round. We're just going to open up the breakouts and start the discussion before the next roundtable.
Shit.
Family Feud.
Yeah, I want more Family Feud.
Right. I want to play more games.
All right. Before we get to a vote, does anybody want to throw around some ideas? Start the conversation?
I'm so close to the camera.
Not really. I don't think I've talked to Alan at all, but everybody else I've kind of chatted with at least a little bit.
Okay,
Yeah,
I have
Wow.
I have a question I'd like to throw
That's
out.
it.
If anyone thinks that they're being targeted, does anyone want to say anything to a defense?
Ooh.
Okay.
Who feels unsafe?
Yeah.
Who
Great
feels
question.
Chris.
We're all very emotional in our votes.
I don't feel great.
Yeah.
Understandable.
Yeah, I told people I'm happy that Jeremy got out. It wasn't me, unfortunately, but
Ariel, why,
believe you.
why are you concerned if you were saying that you were being kept around to be the bait?
I'm not, no, because I don't think I'm not concerned right now. I don't think you guys think I'm a traitor. So I'm not concerned about that. I'm concerned about dying, but I don't think that I'm a traitor. I mean, I don't think you guys think I'm a traitor. So as of now, I'm not concerned.
A little bit of fumble in there.
It's 420.
So just Chris.
I'm high too. This is probably making it worse.
Oh, for sure.
Everyone's
Just Chris
paranoid.
thinks he's in danger. Nobody else is worried for themselves.
I mean,
Well,
I've seen
not so
enough
good.
of these games to know that if I'm not worried, I should be worried. So, like, yeah,
Sure.
I'm just like constantly worried. I didn't expect to get any votes last time, and I got 2. So, like, there's like a baseline of worry, but nobody has actively talked to me about anything like that.
Yeah. I'm obviously aware that Yogev, you mentioned my name last time, but I don't know if there's any base to that or if it was just kind of you had to direct it towards somebody. But I want to chat more with you.
I came up with what I believed was a good reason. And also
The octopuses, of course.
Yeah, I think that was solid. Honestly,
I agree.
Come on.
Fair. Who has
That's a
octopuses?
dead
Come on.
giveaway.
Pretty solid.
I'm totally with you. Totally 100% with you.
No,
Yeah,
I think Rob, you're more or less good. I need more information about you.
Yeah, I think we need to talk more if we make it through.
I have theory.
Right?
Theory.
I have some theories about Dylan.
Please share.
Yes, let's hear them.
There was a okay. How do I? Where did I bring this back? I shouldn't have smoked after the match. Because I have the confidence, but like the information is not loading at the right moment. So
Get a regular pen.
Well, yeah, I was reading a regular pen. So when you were asking about my general demeanor, not that you were, it wasn't that you asked specifically about me. It's the timing of when you asked it. Because we were kind of in this, we were talking about the people who were currently, or who played in the last game, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we're making all the connections of like who won and who, like Chris getting fucked over. And I don't know. I think it was a really interesting how it deflected really quickly after that.
Sure. Do you want me to explain how I got there and why I did that?
Sure. Yeah. I'm just curious, not because how you thought of me, but just
yeah. I can totally do that. I had a moment, and maybe I should have articulated this out loud, of we're focusing a lot on who's played last time. And the advantage that we have with the people who played last time is we've all seen each other play. Yes. And I started to think about these people who are new are going to somehow slip by because we're like, well, we know one of the traitors has to have played last time. That's the information we know.
Yes.
And if we have a traitor who didn't play last time, they're the one I'm most afraid of because we're not talking about them at all. And so I was looking around at the people and I was noticing mostly that Jenn was very quiet and that you were being very loud and vocal. Mm-hmm. And you were the first one that I asked about because you were in the center of the table, to be honest.
That makes sense. That makes sense. So you're looking at it from the perspective of, okay, there is potential one person that we feel that is from the last game, but there is enough people who were not in the last game that we're not paying attention to at all.
And especially because if the remaining, like, let's say I was left with only people who I've played with before, I would feel in a better position to know what's happening. If I'm left at the end with you, Joe, Alan, Jenn, I don't know what the fuck to do with that information. And I no longer have people who know you guys in person to ask how you behave. So I was like, we need to get to know them now.
Yeah.
Before it's too late. It was my train of thought.
I like that.
I have a quick theory. Oh, go ahead.
No. John, your hand was up.
Yeah.
Okay. Because I know we're going to have to vote soon. My theory is where there's smoke, there's fire. And who has there been a lot of smoke around?
Chris.
I've been rolling
it's 420, isn't it?
Isn't Ariel.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's my theory.
Oh.
Wait, but
okay.
About the room. Wait, they started the room, and then her friend gets taken out, and then the other person they were talking to gets taken out. There's so much smoke in that room. That first talk they had, and you're the one still standing. Where there's smoke, there's fire. I don't know.
That's true. Science.
I didn't even think about that.
I think that's a bad idea. It's not me.
She sounds nervous.
Great start to the defense.
Where you're coming from, but like it's not me. Rachel.
No, I understand that theory. I'm on the Dylan train. I'm sorry. I love you so much. Mm-mm.
Mm-mm. All right. Well, everyone's entitled to their own stupid opinions.
Well, I'll be honest. I'll be honest in that sense that like I was going around in the other rooms, Rachel, and like asking about you just because I wanted to see because I know you as a person, but I didn't play with you before, so I wanted to see like I know. So I wanted to see like where other people were at with you, and just I don't know. Just now, jumping onto the Dylan train makes me a little sus of you. But that's just me being honest because my name was just thrown out. So like, I don't know if that's me reaching, but that makes me a little more sus that you jumped on the Dylan train.
You can ask Yogev though. I started the Dylan train. So.
All right, gang.
I didn't jump on.
It's time to vote.
Fucking sister, Rachel.
Can't do it.
It is time to vote. Please chat me who you are voting for, and I will lock it in. Let's go ahead and start with Alan. Who did you vote for and why?
Yeah, so I have a list of suspects here, and honestly, it's just everybody that played the last game. I have no idea. So my randomizer this time chose Cody.
Okay. Cody, who did you vote for and why?
Who did I vote for? I voted for Dylan. Sorry. There's some breakouts I was already kind of thinking it. I've heard your name thrown around once or twice, and just based on some previous games I've played, I feel like you're just a little more vocal and like just a little bit more upfront, and you just seem a little bit more distant and like sly this game, which is okay. And, everybody's moods or whatever. Just again, that's my hunch. There's obviously this is a game of no evidence, so like it's just what I'm feeling. And I'm sorry it was you this time, but
all right. Ariel, who did you vote for and why?
I voted for Rachel just for the reasons I said at the roundtable. I didn't want to make it a surprise.
Thanks.
Sorry.
John?
Sorry.
Yeah, I voted for Rob because I didn't feel as confident about my theory after seeing how you responded about Ariel. And Dylan, maybe she got me bamboozled, but I think she's fine. And then I was going to vote for Rachel, but I feel like Rachel's fine too. So I was like, I'm going to go for someone that played last time. And to be honest, when we had our first meeting after the very first beginning, I talked with Rob. There was like a part of me that's like, maybe Rob. There's just like, that it factor. There was something that got me curious. So I figured I'd throw a vote.
Happens to everyone. Don't worry. I don't begrudge it.
Dylan, who did you vote for?
So in some of the breakout conversations that I've had, I brought up this name. I was suspicious. I said early on that I was suspicious, and I vocalized that I would hope that we can vote for this person somewhat unanimously and do it a bit of a blindside. And then John actually happened to throw her name out as well, and then not vote for her. So I have a feeling I'm going home, but I voted for Ariel.
Okay. That is 1 vote Rob, 1 vote Ariel, 1 vote Dylan, 1 vote Rachel, 1 vote Cody.
I like how Ariel's face of surprise, like, what, me?
It also just came to my defense when Rachel threw out my name and Ariel came to my defense, and then I voted her anyway. I had to go with my gut.
Jenn, who did you vote for and why?
I voted for Cody, and I think it's because you're just as quiet as I am, and I feel like you know most of the people here, so I feel like you're trying to stay under the radar.
Is that what you're doing?
I'm not trying. I
just don't know most of the people here, so
he's like, I'm successfully doing that right now.
Doing what I'm doing, which is pretending not to be a traitor by being quiet.
Rob, who did you vote for and why?
Okay, so in one of the breakout rooms, I think, like we've already know, like Dylan raised some suspicions, and I sort of said, this is kind of your gut instinct, and it's kind of like yes, and I do trust Dylan's gut instinct, and I think also based on the first one, and like just some of the dynamics, I think it could be airy, but I'm not 100% sure. I feel like we've got to start voting a bit more tactically, and I think, I was convinced basically. I got persuaded. Call me a sheep. Sorry, I voted for Airy.
Okay. That's 2 votes for Ariel. Chris, who did you vote for?
I voted for Dylan. I really thought we were going to vote against each other, to be honest with you. And I think really if it came down to it, if we both made it to the end, I don't know if you would vote to end the game if I was still there. So.
Okay. That's 2 votes for Dylan as well. Joe, who did you vote for?
Well, unfortunately, I didn't get a lot of information from the breakout rooms, but I was in a breakout room where Dylan's name was thrown around a lot, and that was the first name that came to my mind on the first council. So I went with Dylan.
Okay. Connor, who did you vote for and why?
I had a feeling this vote was probably going to come down between these 2 people. I trusted one of them last game and not the other one, and so I flipped it this time, and I voted for Ari.
Okay, that's 3 votes Ariel. That's 3 votes Dylan, 2 votes left. Rach, who did you vote for and why?
I voted for Dylan, and I'm really sorry if it's not you, Dill. I love you, but something's off. And like, I don't know, maybe you have to poop or you're a traitor. Like, something's off, and I had to go with my gut.
All right. So that's 4 for Dylan, 3 for Ariel, 1 vote left. Yogev, who did you vote for and why?
I voted for Dylan.
Oh my
Wouldn't have mattered at least.
There's just a couple things that seemed a little like if I were a traitor, I'd play like you. I feel like you kind of hit this like middle of the radar, but like you're still vocal enough. It's like it seems very tactical, like super like you're vocal enough where people won't notice you, but you are not to the point where like you're the one pointing the finger. And I think that's very Dark Sidious, and I love that, and that's what I would do. So that's why I voted you.
Is she Dylan or is she Darth Plagueis the Wise? Let's find out. Dylan.
I do not know what that reference is that you just.
It's cool.
You know what Darth?
It's really cool. Nerd.
It's super cool. It's super cool. Darth Plagueis the Wise. Dylan, why don't you tell us? Are you a faithful or are you a traitor?
So I will say it's interesting to me that the impression that I give to people who just met me is that I'm an evil murderer, and the people who have known me the longest, like the Johns and the Ariels of the world, can see that I was playing an honest, faithful.
Damn.
Damn. Dylan, thank you. You can turn your camera off.
Love you.
That
Sorry.
was really nice, though. That was very nice.
All right. Well,
I don't like that.
You failed yet again.
Fuck.
It's now time to go to sleep, where one of you will be
For the
murdered.
last time.
Yes.
Have I got time to do my Duolingo?
No.
I don't know,
I've not done
Rob.
my Duolingo today yet, and
It depends what language, Rob.
I'm going to start putting everybody in the waiting room
Spanish?
to go to sleep.
Okay.
We'll see you at breakfast,
No.
potentially.
oh, hello again.
All right.
I dropped the ball on the breakout room. I was basically I went into a room that no one was in, and then I had to just go away for a moment. And when I came back, there was like 5 other people that had joined the room, and I was like, I can't say. And then I was about to leave to join the room that you guys were in with just with other people.
Rachel and Yogev.
Yeah, and then Ari went to go leave as well, and I was like, I can't just leave now
Can't leave
randomly.
there.
Like,
Yeah.
So, but I think it's played out well because obviously Dylan was suspicious of Ari. Dylan's now gone. Ari's still here. So
This might be a good time to kill John. I didn't get a chance to like do the John thing. Because it's hard because I'm new and like I don't want to put too much of a target on my back, and I do think that the votes are going to start shifting. It was very much people from this past game, and now things are going to even out as things go along. But John makes sense because John was the one breaking out, and there was there's a reason that we should take out John, and then also I should say that Rachel and Yogev brought up that John and her were off on their own doing stuff. So that's a theory that's also floating around among faithful, those two in particular.
So my thought was potentially Rachel, because I think she voted for Ari, didn't she?
Voted for Dylan.
For Dylan.
Oh yeah. Okay.
I wrote down
Ignore
who
that
everyone
then.
voted for, by the way, if you guys.
Oh, nice. I never keep track of that. I can never remember.
I was trying to take basic notes the last round. This time I just am doing votes. So
who else voted for Ari?
So Dylan voted for Ari. Rob,
No,
you voted for Ari. Connor voted for Ari. Those are the
So I'm thinking. I feel like Ariel potentially will get voted out next banishment phase, and we can kind of bolster that by potentially murdering Connor, because we can then go, oh shit, well who did
Connor voted for
who voted for Ari? Yeah, well Dylan was one, I was one.
Connor was
and Connor's not really said anything. Oh, maybe she thought she could just sort of sweep him out of the way a bit. Like he's not been the most quiet, but he's been quite quiet.
And it would follow the Ari trend. I mean, if we really just want Ari out next banishment, she was betrayed by Jeremy. Or no, wait. She went after the person. She went after Jeremy, who she played with, and then she went after Dylan, who was betrayed. So
So I am worried about John, and I agree with you. We should get him out soon. That's only because he's pointing finger towards me, which I was surprised at. But
and he seems to
I'm
be
wondering.
Yeah.
I'm wondering if we should do like kind of a throwaway kill though, like someone that's not really tied into any real drama. Because if we try and like much for the reason that people are seeming to like be on my side, because it's like too on the nose if it was me. We shouldn't like try and do the same thing with Harry, because then someone's going to bring it up that like, oh, people are probably trying to frame Harry too.
But that's why I think Connor's a good one to go, because
he is low key.
Yeah. He's kind of chill, and I do agree. There are going to be some we can kind of throw away, like Alan, Jenn, for example. They're obviously quite reserved and at the back. But I don't know if it's
not that it's a throwaway. That sounds really mean.
No, that's the first name that came to mind was Jenn for a throwaway vote.
See, I feel like it's a compliment because they're just they're coasting through the game. They're not being too loud.
Well, I know we're all going to start doing that. Like we're all kind of not loud, and so getting rid of a not loud person might make sense.
Oh, so in one of the breakout room I was in, Joe, Jenn.
Did anyone throw out anyone's names in these breakout rooms? I know Rob, you got your name thrown out.
So Jenn said that she's happy. Yeah, sorry, she's happy about Chris. She's like, I don't think Chris is a traitor. She made it very vocal. She was like, yeah, I think, and that's literally the only thing she said.
Let's keep her then.
Yeah.
Anyone who backs Chris, I want to keep.
Yeah.
All right, y'all.
That means
we're going for.
I'm fine with Connor. I think the Connor thing makes sense on two different levels.
Okay, and then we potentially do a throwaway after that.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
Right.
Throwaway in our brackets.
All right. Connor it is. We'll see you at breakfast.
All right.
That's fucked up. That's a damn shame.
You got.
I got. Who did it this time? Is it the same son of a bitch? Okay.
So there's three of them. It's Joe, Rob, and Chris.
Joe, Rob, and Chris. Oh, those sons of bitches. They're playing a good game.
First in. Hey, Alan.
Yeah.
We're first to the table.
Nice.
It's like a big deal. Do you watch the show?
No.
Everyone's always like, ooh, I'm first to the table. It's like such a big deal. Hey, Ari, you're alive.
Hey.
I thought I was going to be last.
I have no concept of what's like good in this game and what's not good in this game. So it's just like
I just started watching 3 days ago, but it's a big deal when people make it to the table first.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
It made it.
Yes. I was I was texting Drew saying that every meeting I've been trying to take notes, but you can't see it because it's a screen, but I keep getting too nervous and then just like not like it says round 1 vote and then it's nothing. And then round 2 vote and then nothing because I get too nervous.
That's how I was in the first round. I had like all your names listed. I was going to take notes and they were just blank. And I was like,
yeah, I was just like, whoops.
Okay.
Yogev.
Okay. I'm back.
Rob.
Oh, hello. Oh.
Cody's not.
Good news. The Duolingo is complete for the day.
Oh,
fantastic.
Thank goodness.
And we're also
Chris,
still alive.
Cody. Oh my God, what if Rachel's bad?
Yes.
Ooh.
So we're down to 10 people now or 11?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Ellen.
10.
2, 4.
John. Hello, John.
Need it. What's up?
Buenos dias.
Buenos
I love that Matthew's
dias.
got the BBC version of the breakfast room.
Rachel.
Hey.
Oh God, I was real scared there. I was like, this is lasting longer than last time.
I know.
Hey.
Wait.
Hey, who's gone?
Connor has been murdered.
No.
Connor.
What? That's so random.
Interesting.
Connor.
And only 10 remain.
Okay.
Matthew,
All
is your
right.
team freaking oh my God, why can't I think of the name? That was embarrassing. Never mind. Continue.
Cool. Good talk. I think these are reading glasses that have magnification on them, so I really need to not look into them.
Don't give yourself a headache.
He's committed.
Yeah.
He's super
Again,
committed.
The commitment is strong.
Get it.
Okay. Let me see. So it's time for a challenge.
Yes.
Do it.
And I think we can just do. Oh no, I think I have to take you out of here. Let's see. Let's go
We
into
don't have to run
gallery
around,
again.
do we? I'm tired.
No, this one can be done straight from your desks. So we're going back to Sporkle, and we're going in
Yes.
2 teams. Okay, so we're gonna do a schoolyard pick. First, I'm gonna randomly select captains.
Oh, Austin Powers. That's what I was going to say. Is your theme Austin Powers?
I don't know. Does this look like? Is this an Austin Powers thing?
Bastard.
Bastard.
Oh,
yeah.
there you go. There you go.
Last one was number 2. I feel like the first one could have been whatever that lady's name was. The
I want
evil.
to eat the baby. Okay. So our team captains are going to be Jenn for team 1
Okay.
and Alan for team 2.
Nice.
All right.
Okay. We're going to do schoolyard pick. Jenn, you're going to get the first pick.
Ooh, okay. I want Ariel.
Thank God.
Okay.
Think about it for a moment.
If you didn't pick me.
I'll take Joe.
Okay. Ariel, pick the next player for your team.
Give me Rachel.
Yes, that's what I was going to say.
Joe?
Oh, I get to pick now. I don't see where the list is of names. Hold on, let me go back to who I wrote down here.
Float over their pictures too.
You can change the view.
Oh,
you can click
participants.
participants. Yeah.
Participants, yeah. And anyone who's out's labeled ghost, right? Yep.
Yes.
I'm gonna take John.
Okay. Rachel.
Chris.
Okay. John.
We can work together. It's okay.
Cody.
Okay. Chris.
Yogev.
And that leaves, I'm not keeping track. Rob.
Rob, I think, right?
All right. So team 1, Jenn, Ariel, Rachel, Chris, and Yogev. Team 2, Alan, Joe, John, Cody, Rob.
Okay.
Everybody have a team?
Yeah, you stuck with me, team 2.
Okay.
We always believed in you.
I'm going to show you a sample version of the game we're going to play. This is a general knowledge trivia sort of game.
General knowledge?
Called Is It Obvious? You're going to be given 2 answers to pick from. One of them is usually pretty obvious, and one of them kind of goes against what you're thinking. And sometimes the obvious one is right, and sometimes the not so obvious one is right.
Oh boy. Okay.
Okay.
Yikes.
Okay.
And I'm going to say the answers can come from anyone on the team. I just need a solidified final answer. Okay.
So should we like discuss and come to a consensus, or just like
yes?
Okay.
Yes, but there's going to be a timer. There's going to be a 6-minute timer on each game.
Okay.
So, and there's 15 questions. So you got to be relatively quick with it.
Okay.
Okay. So team 1 is going to go first. You're going to play a whole game through, and then team 2 is going to go. Okay. So this is just as a reminder: Jenn, Ariel, Rachel, Chris, and Yogev. So team 2.
Oh, so
maybe don't help them. Yeah.
Maybe don't.
All right.
Now.
Is everybody ready?
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Here we go. Howard Allen O'Brien was the birth name of which author?
I would say Dan Brown.
I would say Dan Brown.
Yeah.
Dan Brown.
I know. Let's do Dan Brown.
Dan Brown, locking it in. Incorrect.
Wow.
Yeah, all right. A statue of a bear and which other animal stands outside the Frankfurt Stock Exchange?
Frank
Tiger
bull?
or bull?
It's gotta be
I think it's still a bull.
I think it's still a bull.
Let's go.
Bull.
All right, going with bull.
Yep. Okay.
Correct. The musical act Lucas Graham consists of a 3-person band or a solo artist.
Solo artist.
Solo artist.
Yes. Locking it in.
Yep.
Incorrect.
All right.
The SOS distress signal, 3 dots, 3 dashes, 3 dots, stands for save our ship or nothing in particular.
Save our ship.
Save our ship.
Okay.
Incorrect.
Yeah,
Excluding the cue ball, how many balls are on the billiard table when beginning a game of 8-ball?
15.
15.
Yeah, 15.
Okay, 15. Locking it in. How many years long did the 30 Years' War last? 30 or 32?
32.
32.
32.
For the fuck of it.
32. Final answer. Incorrect. 30.
Of course.
Which city is the capital of Belize?
Belize City.
Belmopan or Belize City?
Belize City.
Locking it in. Belize City.
What?
Incorrect.
No, what are you talking about?
Where did the Russian blue cat breed originate? Russia or the United States?
I think US based on how this game is going.
Let's do that.
Do US.
US, locking it in. Incorrect.
Of course.
In Spanish, if you were holding a camera in your hand, what would you be carrying? A blouse or a camera?
A blouse. A blouse.
Do you want a phone?
A blouse?
Blouse.
It's incorrect. Which national park draws the most visitors per year of any U.S. national park?
Yellowstone.
Incorrect. Great Smoky Mountains.
Oh my God.
The 24 spokes on the wheel found on the Indian flag represent what? The number of hours in a day, nothing in particular.
Nothing in particular?
Nothing in particular.
I was going to say hours of the day, though, isn't it?
Nothing in particular.
Which orchestral section of the pellet drum is considered? Which orchestral section is the pellet drum considered a member of? Percussion or strings?
I want to say percussion, but
Percussion.
Blocking in percussion. Correct.
Okay, thank God.
The inventor of the brazier was a man or woman?
It's got to be a man.
Man.
Incorrect. Woman. Who is credited with the invention of the Ferris wheel? George Ferris or Peter Mundy?
I hate this game.
The worst.
This is so good.
Peter Mundy. I don't know.
Sure. Yeah.
Peter
Sounds
Mundy.
great.
Peter Mundy.
Peter Mundy, locking it in. You're great on time for what it's worth. Gordie Howe recorded how many Gordie Howe hat tricks? 1 goal, 1 assist, 1 fight in his 26 NHL seasons. More than 10, less than 5.
More than 10.
More than 10.
Oh my
How are you
God.
even supposed to know that?
So
what general knowledge is that?
The average score.
It's gonna be hard for us to lose this game.
Is 52%, and you guys got 20%. So that's 3. 3 out of 15. And this
Come
is
on,
how
Team
we're going
2,
to
we
do
can
it.
smash this.
As soon as Team 2 gets 4, if and when that happens,
Keep
it's
going.
over.
High
It's
quality
over.
entertainment.
Oh my
God. I'm like wheezing.
We are. I think we're running long, so I want to not waste time on this shit. If we
Team
don't have
2.
to. Okay.
Team 2. What do you guys think about just always going less obvious unless somebody knows for sure?
What about just
Like,
always going with the first one? I feel like we
I'm
get
fine
on
with that. I'm fine with that too.
To be fair
I'm
to
fine
Team
with
1,
whatever.
I'm going to limit the strategization here.
Yeah.
Team 2, ready, go.
Arrangement gray.
Arrangement in gray and black, number 1, also known as Portrait of an Artist's Mother. Was
It's
a
his
painting in
mother.
which James Whistler's
Mother.
references.
Yeah.
Mother, locking it in.
Yeah.
Mother, correct. Which city has the higher annual average temperature? Clearwater,
City.
Florida,
New York.
New York City.
New York City, locking it in. Incorrect.
Oh, that's clear.
Yeah,
Shit.
that sounds
A
weird.
nickel coin minted in the U.S. is mostly made of which element? Copper or nickel?
Copper.
Copper.
Copper, locking it in. Correct.
Yep.
Who is interred? Interred? At Grant
Interred.
Interred. Ulysses S. Grant, Salmon P.
Salmon
Chase.
Chase. Salmon P. Chase.
Okay.
Yeah, go for it.
Locking it in. Incorrect. Which band sang the song "We Are the
Sex
Clash"?
Pistols.
Sex
we go.
Pistols.
Sex Pistols. Locking it in. Incorrect. The product
Tuna.
Tuna.
Yes.
Correct.
Easiest
Which is
one.
the demonym for a person from Mandalay?
Mandalay.
Mandolin.
Yeah, Mandalay.
I mean, this.
Mandalay.
Yeah. Okay, we got
Alright,
4.
GG.
We good. Team 2
That
wins.
was so much easier.
Ours was
Okay.
easier, I would say. We had a couple obvious ones.
Iowa.
You guys don't know Gordie Howe?
No,
in
we're gonna,
Spanish is
we're
blusa.
I don't know the one at all.
end this shit. Blusa.
SOS.
There you go. Okay, so I'm going to randomly select somebody from Team 2 to get a shield. And that person will be immune from murder tonight.
That game sucked.
That did suck.
Thanks, Matthew.
I really enjoyed it.
Not family too.
I'd like to complain to the
Look,
producers.
Take it up with the producers. Take it up with the producers. It's not me.
Yeah,
I don't know who it is.
I would love to have a conversation with them. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, that was fantastic. Okay. Now we're going to go into breakouts, and you guys can discuss who you think should be banished at the next roundtable. All right. Opening up the rooms now. Go ahead.
I will be at the bar.
Hey, Dylan! The dog!
Ghost and her dog.
There's a ghost
Dylan
and a ghost dog?
Dylan and the
That's
dog's
great.
first email address. All right, bye.
Bye.
The dead roam these halls.
There was a dog, there was a ghost dog, and then a ghost. I think that's crazy.
Oh my god!
I didn't know ghost. Because I just always figured that dogs always moved on. They didn't need to be in purgatory.
Not like us.
No, we definitely need to repent for our sins. Dogs think about our
obviously.
sins. Dogs don't have to think about their sins.
All right, y'all. We have however many of us we have left. What are we at now? 1, 2, 3, 4.
10.
Yeah, 10. All right. We're at final 10. Let's have a little open discussion here before we vote. You guys got to get this one right.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, seriously.
I don't know, man. I thought I was going to be way better at sussing out the traitors than I am.
Same.
Just like fucking last time.
Yeah. No offense, Rachel. I thought you were going to get all into our brains.
Yeah.
Or she is.
Oh.
Yeah.
Don't even know it yet.
No, I felt so confident about Dylan, but clearly was very incorrect.
Yeah.
So I have my theories now, but I don't have any credibility with myself or with anybody else. So I'm open to listen to other people's input.
I think the best thing that we can do to actually suss out a traitor is for everyone to have an opinion, so that we can actually see where everyone, because that also is a tall tale sign of like at least other ideas are out there, and then other people can like either piggyback on them because they see it, or they can dismiss it because they see something else.
Good idea.
That's true.
Okay.
You want to start with your opinion?
Mine? Yes.
Sorry, that sounded accusatory. I'm sorry.
No. So
What's your idea?
so like, well, now I'm back to you, Rob. Oh, we were talking just in the other room. We just went off and be like, "He's a cop. He's a cop. He's a cop."
We just ended the whole room though.
Yeah. So, okay, I think with the way that, okay, so last person who died was who again? That was
Dylan.
Connor.
Connor voted out.
Dylan got voted out.
Dylan got voted out.
Yes.
Connor got murdered.
Someone had posed that that them going out was like a possibility that like Ariel
It's both. It's either. It's whatever.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Can I just say Ari?
It's Ari. It's Ariel. It's whatever pops out of your mouth.
Great, Ari it is.
Yeah.
They said that there was a potential that Ari could have made that move, but I don't think so. Even if 2 traitors are there, I think that's too direct of just like a kill. I have a couple of suspicions about Rachel, but not many. I have enough just because Dylan was brought up. So we were all talking and thinking.
I did bring up.
Yes, you did bring her up. However, there was like, I don't know. I think my money might end up being on like a Connor, because he's like Cody. Sorry, Cody.
He's dead,
I think you've been really, really quiet, and there has been suspicion that you have been because of your quietness. But I'm not sure how much there is there.
Yeah, I haven't taken my meds yet, so I'm a little sleepy. But you know,
Coke, you haven't taken your.
I was in the last game. I haven't talked about. Yeah, no, I'm just it wasn't me. I somehow haven't talked to Alan at all this entire game.
Yeah, I was about to
Me
say.
too.
I don't know how.
Yeah.
Judy's
Sorry.
chill.
We'll rectify that hopefully next time.
Okay,
Why
or I'll
don't you
die.
tell us where you're at?
Yeah, I want to hear from the quiet people.
Okay. I mean, I'm sus. I'm obviously the most sus of the people I don't know. So, like, on my radar is probably the most sorry, but it's probably Yogev and Rachel. Just because you guys have been talking more, and that's okay. For the same reason you guys are voting, or like whatever you're gonna do, but sussing me out for being quiet, I'm sussing you guys out for being more talkative. And yeah, I don't know. Like, again, I don't know your guys' personality well enough to be like, is it like a nervous like conversation? Is it like, I don't know. It's there's a lot of words coming.
Yeah, I think Ari and John can tell you it's not a nervous thing for me. It's just me.
I believe that for sure. I know. Yeah, I know you a little bit more than I definitely don't know Yogev at all. But I definitely I mean, I don't want to give my whole game away, but like, yeah, I think I know a little bit more about Rachel. But
yeah, that's fair.
Anything I'm honestly sus of everybody at this point.
Okay, we gotta get some. We need to get some like specific accusations to really get the conversations going.
Some meat and potatoes I'd like to bring to the party.
Go.
Okay. So in the original breakout room that I was just in the last round, we brought up that the people that had voted for me were Rob, Dylan, and Connor, and that it would be pretty sus. Or it would be like a really good thing if I was the traitor for me to get rid of somebody that voted for me, which is what happened. And then we were thinking, is that like a red herring? Like, oh, they want us to think that. And that's apparently exactly what the discussion was in the other group, that, oh, maybe Ariel did that as a traitor. But in our side of the group, it was the opposite. Like, that's what they want us to think. And I, for that reason, am sus of John, because he was in that group, that other room, and also because apparently you had a pact with Dylan, and Dylan seemed really, really blindsided when you didn't vote for me also. And I just want to know what your reasoning was for switching your vote to Rob when you were pretty
because you kind of convinced me. And I'm like so confused about you, but I think you're good. And
I promise.
After I accuse, this is what I'm saying. We have to like start getting get information from people. We have to make them talk. We have to accuse. Yep. And when I accused you, at first when I thought you responded, I was like, I can go either way. I don't really know what's happening. It was when you stepped up, when Rachel spoke, and you said, I actually have a good feeling about Dylan, so I'm a little bit worried about you, because I had a good feeling about Dylan. So I'm like, now that she's kind of coming forth with that, and the fact that Dylan ended up being good, so if you're bad, your intention would just be say nothing. Just let it flow. So now I feel like your intentions are aligning more with a good person. So, but the only reason I have to start accusing people is to get information. Like, we're not getting enough information. We're not going to win the game if we don't get more people talking.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I buy that. Yeah.
Just going off the back of what Ari said, I think I'm also kind of a little sus of you, John. And it's not just because you voted for me last, although maybe a little bit. But I think it's kind of like you had that thing with Dylan, and then you did kind of blindside her, and now she's gone.
Well, she would have gone anyways, and I never got to talk to Dylan. I never got to one-on-one with her. I kind of wanted to, because I feel like I have such good reads on her that I could find someone I could trust. I was all going off of what happened to talking in the big meeting where she would respond.
Yeah, and I was also going to say, like, and I feel like the game you're playing at the minute, you're kind of collecting information, which is what I said in the breakout room just now. You're watching, which isn't a bad thing necessarily, but for me at this stage, I think it's kind of you're seeing what people are saying and who's going where, so you can sort of plan the next move. Because you have to sort of know who's voting who, and then you sort of left straight away. And I think there's more to it than that. And I think you're playing a good game, but I'm just suspicious of John.
I'm keeping my game up because we have to start to get information out. We have to.
I get that.
I will say, I don't want to be that person that puts like all of my eggs in the John basket. Like, I don't 1,000% think it's you. I'm going to be honest, and I do have also suspicion in Rachel. So it's not like I don't
think it's Rachel either. I think
I'm just saying that I'm not.
Cody,
I'm just saying I don't think it's you 100%.
Yogev, Cody, Alan, Jenn. Like, these are people we need to talk to. We haven't heard enough.
I would love to hear from Alan and Jenn, because I totally get that, like, me spitting out somebody who then I was wrong about is suspicious, but like,
you need to look at the quiet people.
It's not me. The quiet people freak me out way more than the talkative people. Like, even if it is Yogev, like
I spoke my piece.
He's the exception, honestly. But I'm happy we should target someone quiet. Cody, Alan, or Jenn. We should figure it out.
Yeah. I'll I'll chip in. First of all, on behalf of all quiet people everywhere that has been thrown into a bunch of people that we really don't know.
I know.
Sometimes the best.
Fair point. Very fair point.
But you know, there seems to be a lot of leaning on the game from last time, or at least the relationships from last time, at least at the beginning. And so that makes me suspicious of anyone that was in that last game previously. I'm not saying that people that weren't in the last game, aren't potential traitors. I just think that at least one is going to be in the repeat group.
Yeah, it makes sense.
So,
Yeah, I'm
as far as I've gotten.
I'm gonna agree with Alan. My brain keeps going to people from the last game.
Yeah,
because there's just too many fires around that.
That's why I'm trying to distance any knowledge from the previous one.
Alan, I think you might be a traitor.
Why?
Because you're usually way more talkative. I'm the quiet one in the relationship, and you're like social butterfly, and you are not being a social butterfly. So I think that you are trying to trust that read.
When a lot of people want to talk, sometimes it's best just to listen.
I think we need to
true.
That's something a traitor would say.
That's honestly
this is the strongest read we've had the whole game. We need to just vote with it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is anyone confident of one person in here that they're like, I'm 100% sure they're not a traitor?
Like 80% on a couple.
That's I was expecting at least one person to say, yeah, so-and-so's chill.
I'm disappointed
yeah,
in myself.
Oh, people that I definitely think it's not.
Yeah.
I feel really good about like Joe. I don't really have I feel pretty good about Joe. I haven't heard anything.
I'm cool with that.
Honestly, I feel pretty good with Chris.
Yeah, Matthew's pretty safe, I think.
Matthew's safe. That's
Chris might be like the biggest one out of nowhere. Everyone seems to be comfortable with Chris all of a sudden.
Yeah, I think. Okay, so that's the thing is that like if we say it's Chris, then we have a lot of fighting back on the fact that I don't know, just like what happened last game. I think we just
do we go with the person we most suspect? Do we go with the person we least suspect?
Yeah,
do we go with
Chris
the
is
Dwight Schrute method of the person we most medium suspect?
Chris is just straight down the middle, 50-50. There's no differentiating factor of which way he would go ever. Like so, I don't.
The only people left that played in the last the last game are Cody, Ariel, Chris, and Rob.
So there's more people who haven't.
Rachel?
Yeah.
Because we've been taking them out because
more people.
Right. Stats are not one of us.
And it might not be anybody, but if we're going off of that original theory that like one
then
of
it
the
should be one of those four.
Yeah.
All
What
right,
if
guys.
it is nobody? Matthew's just murdering people.
Wait a second.
I don't know.
Wait, who were those four again? Sorry, can you say those names?
Rob,
Me, Chris, Ari, and Rob.
I honestly.
Chris, Cody.
Ari and Cody. Okay.
I think it's one of Rob, Cody, or Alan. I feel pretty good it's one of them at least.
You can vote me. You're gonna be wrong, but I don't know.
All right, it's time to vote.
And
Sorry, I'm just getting clarification. Rachel, weren't you one of the people that played the last game?
No.
No. All right, I have my notes
I
wrong.
still kind of think it's Rachel.
You can vote for me. You're not going to get another traitor, and then
That's fine. I don't have feelings about anybody.
All right, guys.
Vote.
Let's lock them in. It's time to vote. Yogev, who did you vote for and why?
I'm sticking with my guns on this one. I voted for Cody. Yeah, I just feel like we haven't talked a whole lot also, and there's some not suspicion around that, but I don't have enough information, and you are one of the four people that were in the last game, so that's what I'm going off of.
Fair enough. Yeah.
All right, Alan.
Yeah, this time I voted for Ari, and that's not just because she's closest to the popcorn machine. And
I've never heard that before. That's really good.
But yeah, Ari, it was your turn on the randomization list of the play last time.
Fine, Alan. That's
Fine, brother.
Cody, who did you vote for?
I pulled a Uno reverse, and I also voted for Yogev.
Nice. Nice.
Yeah, I think
Okay.
I just mild suspicion. I think there was like something where like I think when you were talking earlier and like you immediately were like not like deflecting, but you were just kind of like focusing on something else. To me, that's like something I would do if I was like a little, I don't know, worried. I feel like I would just try to like ramble to give away my strategy a little bit, but go ahead.
Okay. John, who did you vote for?
Alan. We had to do Alan. It was the best read of the game. Someone knows Alan really well. Said seemed a little sussy wussy. Easy vote.
Sussy wussy.
Write that down. Alan.
To be fair, she doesn't play a whole lot of these kind of games with me.
Now. That will get used at some point.
Sussy wussy Paramore.
Rob, who did you vote for?
So it's kind of obvious. I voted for John. I had like a little. Again, it could be something that you're playing like a really good faithful game, but for me, it's like swung the other way, and I think it was partly because I got influenced by Ari because I'm easily influenced. She made a convincing argument. So sorry if you are faithful, I apologize. But, yeah.
Okay. Jenn, who did you vote for?
Voted for Alan. Same reasons as previously stated.
He is sussy wussy.
Okay. Rach, who did you vote for?
Well, I'm pissed I didn't vote for Sussy Wussy now. It came down between Alan and Ariel. And I leaned Ariel because of this theory that somebody was in the last game. And she kept saying my name for no reason. So
fine. No, it was no reason.
Oh, damn. Joe, who did you vote for?
Well, I am lost because I voted Dylan twice and she was good. So I didn't want to be the swaying vote, and thankfully I'm not. I think we're tied. By the way, I've been keeping track of votes, so everyone knows.
Yep.
I voted for Cody because I was in a breakout room. Yogev made a really good case against you, and it just stuck in my head. And so, again, I'm lost, but it was like the first name at the top of my mind. So.
Can I ask what that case is?
Huh?
Can I ask what that case was?
That you're very. Oh, what? Sorry.
No, not right now. You can talk about it later. We gotta keep going through votes. Right now, just an update. It's 2 votes Alan, 2 votes Ariel, 2 votes Cody, 1 vote Yogev, 1 vote John. Chris, who did you vote for?
Mine was between 2, and it was between Ari and Cody. And Ari, the reason I'm kind of sus is she's kind of it gives me vibes of last game where she was like playing it really, really well, and I had no idea. And I have the same feeling where I'm like, it can't be Ari. But then at the back of my brain's like, but that means it is Ari. And then Cody, it seems like, I don't know. I was in the kind of the breakout room with Yogev, and seemed like we kind of had a good read on you. At least they did. So I just kind of threw your name in there, and I went with Cody.
Ooh.
Okay. So that's 3 votes Cody, 2 votes Alan, 2 votes Ariel, 1 vote left. Ariel?
Yeah. Okay. I was gonna vote for Rachel, but I realized that I really didn't think like that nobody was gonna vote for you. So like why put that out there? And I voted for Cody because I thought that's where the vote was gonna go. And I think I would want to be on the right side of the vote. And out of all the people that were in the game previously, you gave me the strongest vibe.
Oh boy.
All right. Cody, you've been banished.
I'm the Rob of this
Why don't
game.
you reveal to us if you are a faithful or a traitor?
You know, I may be quiet, but I'm fucking faithful, baby.
Damn it.
Sorry,
0 for 3.
Yeah, for 3, you guys.
All right.
God damn it.
Another day, another
Fourth time
incorrect
lucky.
boot.
Yeah, damn. Good luck.
Sorry,
Bye,
Cody. Sorry, everybody.
I'm definitely not gonna die.
All right. It's bedtime, y'all. We'll see you hopefully at breakfast in the morning.
Sweet dreams.
No.
Okay, guys. So here's the deal.
Oh,
you will not be murdering anybody tonight.
Ah, that's fine. That's fine because
instead, what you're gonna do
death row
is you're gonna put 3 people on trial. Okay.
What's that?
You have to choose 3 people, and it can be anyone, including any one of you. Okay. And then then we'll do another banishment. And then after the banishment, we will murder, but it can only be one of those 3 people.
Oh shit. Okay. So right off the bat,
What happens if one of the
us...
3 we choose gets banished? Or am I not understanding?
Then you can only choose from the other 2.
Shit. I feel like we have to put at least one of us into that.
That's usually how it works in the in the thing. I'll volunteer for that. Unless you think it's not the right move. I know sometimes people are weary. Yeah.
And this is for the
This is for death row. So we're gonna pick 3 people. Those are the only people that can be murdered.
The following night. Okay.
The following night. Yeah, banishment's still open to everybody. But
so that those guys won't know the 3 that we've sort of picked.
No, they will know.
No. Will they know?
Yeah, everyone's gonna know the 3 that we picked.
Yes, they will.
Well, it gets announced before or after the banishment.
Before. I'll announce it at breakfast.
Okay. Right.
So it's going to be one of us. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
Let's decide that at the very end. Let's see who we're going to put in first. And then
I'll tell you what, I'm fine doing Ari. There's a lot of smoke around Ari.
Yeah.
And I think she could be the one then that everyone thinks is the one from the Traitors.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think she has to be in there because she's been skirting so close to getting banished anyway. She has to be in there.
Yeah.
So is it too obvious? Like if we were to try and sell the fact that Ari is a traitor and everyone's like already thinking that it's her, do you think that we would like she wouldn't put herself?
You think it would be too obvious
on it because they're like, oh yeah, like that's
Well, because I also think it's sometimes a way for people to throw smoke off themselves.
Yeah.
Like because most of the times people think the split is 2 faithful, 1 traitor in the few seasons that I've watched. So, but they never know which one. I don't know who. Yeah. What?
Oh, sorry. I was going to say, I think Yogev would be a good person to put in as another faithful pick. And then the final one would be one of us 3. I know you sort of volunteered.
Do you think it should be someone with more smoke on them?
Yeah, so obviously I've had a bit of smoke from John
and Chris,
Yogev
both
already.
of you.
And Chris, you were skirting close in round 1.
But people seem to be turning with Chris. People seem to think Chris is pretty, right?
I think,
is that the sense you're getting?
People are
kind of, but yeah, I think it's like they
could swing. Yeah, it could literally swing.
Okay.
I don't think I have good enough graces with anyone to like be like, oh yeah, he's good. I think if I made it to the end, I don't think I would make it to the end, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I feel like if it got down to like 4 people, and if it was like people that had played last time, even though we shouldn't really be basing it on who played last time and who didn't.
Yeah.
I think they're going to turn on that theory pretty quick.
Yeah. So
eventually
Aries
we'll get to a point, I think, where they won't announce who the role of the death, which makes it like, unless Matthew's going to change, I don't know. But that's how they did it last time. Like eventually we reached a point where when someone died, they didn't announce their role when they died.
Oh.
So maybe we could try and get away there if all of us
and then start to yeah.
So Aries 1. Are we happy with Yogev as being another one?
Yeah.
Or do you want to propose someone else?
What about John? Just trying to get a guy out who
Yeah, so I was thinking John, but because I put so much suspicion on him just now, I feel like it might, and I've already got some smoke on me just a little bit, like from a couple of people.
I was happy that he said he trusts me. So maybe there's a way I can crack him because he seems to be at a certain point, people are going to start listening to him because he's been right so far.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. 3 names, guys.
Go on, Joe. You call it. We'll go with you.
I'll go with my gut. I'm going to go with Ari. Rob from our group. And all right. And John.
Cool.
Okay.
Nice.
I'm down.
All right. I'll see you at breakfast. Act surprised.
See you guys later.
Well.
Okay.
Interesting. I've never been on one of the first ones. I've always been one of the last ones.
Same here.
Ooh. Who do we think? Who do we think passed?
I think they're gonna kill Ariel.
You think so?
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. I don't know if she's. I don't know if she's it.
Oh.
No. Rob's here.
Oh, hello. Sorry. Here we go. Good morning.
Good morning. How'd you sleep?
Oh, terribly.
Yeah. Stressful, huh?
Yeah.
Hey guys.
Hey, bud.
Hello.
God. So we're waiting for 4, or was it 3 more people? Because we'll be down to 8.
All right.
Oh,
Chris is here.
Chris is here.
Let's go.
We're outnumbering the girls a bit.
I don't like that.
Oh.
Oh, nice. So potentially one more person.
So it's between Rachel and
Rachel
and Ari.
All right.
Oh.
I was right.
Rachel.
They killed her.
Rachel.
Wow. Yeah, I felt good about it for a while.
You're the last one.
I'm surprised she lasted as long as she did.
Yeah.
Oh,
You made it.
I was just explaining to Ashley.
Oh, okay.
How this all works.
Ari.
Wait, what?
What's up? Was that?
Is that everybody?
Oh, the shield?
I think so.
Who died?
Shield.
They must have hit the
give a
shield. Yeah.
Wait, no, this is 9.
The shield's expired.
Oh, who do we
Weren't
miss?
there
Who are we
10?
missing?
I didn't win nothing.
We missed. We're not
that?
counting somebody.
Rob's here.
A shield happened.
I had to hit a shield.
definitely
They
happened.
died. Shield. We got shield.
Nobody has been murdered.
Wow, let's go,
Nice.
shield.
Was there
Instead,
recruitment?
Are you trying to make this game go longer?
What happened was 3 people have been placed on trial.
Oh.
3 people are eligible for murder tonight. Those 3 people are Ariel, Rob, and John.
Whoa.
There will be a banishment before the next murder. And if one of those 3 get banished, then the other 2 are the ones that are eligible for murder still.
What?
All right.
Do we know
What?
how these names were chosen?
Yeah.
The traitors chose these names.
Got it.
Oh, okay. Right.
Can they choose their own names?
They can.
Oh.
They can.
Oh.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
That's bad.
All right. I'm going to open up the breakout rooms.
Can you tilt your beret? I just want to see what's on. Is that a feather?
It's a peacock brooch.
A brooch?
Oh,
a brooch?
yeah.
Nice
Yeah,
brooch.
brooch.
It's a peacock brooch.
A brooch.
Ashley's really
Where do you hair, laddie?
I love it. I love it. All right. I'm opening up the breakouts. You guys can go hang.
Okay.
All right, y'all. Let's get chatting.
Let's.
As a reminder, it is Ariel, Rob, and John who are up for murder tonight.
Oh. I forgot about.
But everyone's up for banishment, right?
Anyone can be banished.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
Does anybody want to start with some direction?
I'll just say that I feel confident in who I'm voting for, though, as I've said before, I'm not sure what that means anymore. And I'm ready to let them go.
Very
It's very
cryptic.
ominous.
Very ominous.
Yeah.
Should we be scared?
Does anybody want to say any names?
Yeah, who is that
Yeah.
person?
I'll sorry, Alan. I'm voting for Alan tonight.
Oh, okay.
Interessante.
You just got real
Why?
sad.
Why?
You know, sus. Just sus.
And the wuss.
Gotta give me more than sus.
Yeah.
You're gonna give me more than sus.
Yeah.
I can't defend against sus.
So it was the quietness, and then like coming in kind of hot into the breakout room, and then Jenn's endorsement, which is like the only person that knows. I mean, Drew's not here anymore, and
Ariel knows me.
That's true. That's
It's
true.
like a
She hasn't
LinkedIn
said
endorsement.
anything, though. She didn't say anything though. And that's all I have to go off of. So I'm going off of it.
You know what? I've gone off of worse, so yeah, I mean it's
Mr. Randomizer.
Yeah, I use my randomizer and we're getting close. That's all I got.
Close to what?
Yeah, I don't know what I could possibly say to make you feel any better. So all I know is that I just met a lot of you guys, so you don't really know how I typically interact.
I know how you typically interact, though.
Oh,
all right.
That's
I will be
right.
a bit of a social butterfly. I will admit it, but in these kind of games, I tend to stay quiet and just let people talk.
Yeah, that's the thing. I'm trying not to base it off of previous relationships, previous games, anything like that. I'm trying to just go in with but it's so hard. Like you just come in with a bit of a bias, don't you?
Can I ask Rachel why you're not voting for me this round when you voted for me last time?
You were actually my top, but I got swayed in the breakout room.
By
You're welcome.
Other people.
John. Okay.
By John.
I'll own it. Yeah. I stuffed Alan last round. I was
Yeah,
like,
you did.
I've already. Yeah. Okay. So I'm just keeping the train going, baby.
I also didn't mind going with somebody not on trial tonight.
That makes sense.
Makes sense.
But does anyone have any thoughts about like the trial and why those three may have been picked?
No. I mean, I do, but it's
Traitor. I think they put one of them put their names in. So
and it was the three of them were who again?
Ariel, Rob, and John.
Yeah.
I don't know. So if it's everybody had such a strong reaction when we said the traitors could put themselves in. I don't know if that does anybody think that happened and that's why they were like,
I think one of them.
I think one.
I think
it's more likely not that they did, but it's possible they didn't.
It's either 0 or 1. It's not going to be 2, right? Because that would
Definitely
be.
not. I don't think
It's too risky.
What
If one of them gets voted out tonight, then I don't even know what happens.
Because we're assuming
faithful.
Are we assuming there's 2 traitors or 3? Like what were you assuming?
Oh, the number of total.
I think we're at 3 now.
Yeah, some people have said 3.
I think we're 3.
Okay, I was going to say because if there was 2 and they put 2 in, that'd be
suicide. Yeah,
that'd be
It'd
wild.
be silly.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. I'm still I'm gonna be honest, I still think that it's Rachel, but now I feel like now that you're not voting for me anymore, because I was ready to be defending myself against you because you voted for me because this reason, and then which I still kind of think that that could be the case, but I don't think that it would be in your best interest to switch your vote to Alan if you were the traitor necessarily.
I'm giving
you okay. Why so?
Oh, I think it would be cool. Okay, so my now thought process has started to become that there are only 3 people from the previous game. If there is a theory that there is one of these people are the traitor, then I don't believe it's going to be 2, right? I don't think it's two of the 3 of you. I think it's only going to be one of you guys, which means that we kind of have them in a corner because there's 2 people in between them versus there's the rest of us who have not been in it. And I now have my suspicion turned towards Rachel because I think it was very I think you played it off perfectly how we like did the Dylan move, because I totally believe that Dylan was going off, but I'm now also thinking that I might be very susceptible to friendship bias because I know you. So now that thinking on that logic, I think that this would be very well put together gameplay to not put Ariel on the block and to switch to someone who would just be another like random suspicion that we have of someone who's potentially quiet.
Yeah, except for I didn't bring it up. John did. So it's hey,
Sure.
look, if you guys vote me out, then I get to tell you I'm a faithful, and then I'll take notes for when I get to play as a traitor to know what will work, because I'm like going in blind here. And but yeah, that's all I can say.
It's time to vote.
Oh
God. Jenn, who did you vote for and why?
I voted for Rob. Since you're on trial, I think you put your name in to try to throw us all off. So
fair.
Okay. Ariel, who did you vote for?
I voted for Rachel. I wanted to stick with my gut.
Okay. 1 vote Rob, 1 vote Rachel. Yogev, who do you vote for?
I do have a sneaky suspicion that either Rob or Chris are a traitor, but I think if that's the case, that I'm going to go in a different direction, and I went with John. Seems to be a little bit of quietly this going on.
Alan, who did you vote for and why?
I voted for John. I don't like being accused. Really it.
Touche.
Chris?
I voted for Alan, just because I didn't necessarily see the connection about the people that are on trial and that being suspicious for me. And you kind of came in almost like it was premeditated, like it was kind of like something that was discussed. So
okay.
Oh,
So
I
that's
should
2
have.
votes.
Sorry.
2 votes John, 1 vote Rachel, 1 vote Rob, 1 vote Alan. Joe.
Well, I've been wrong every time, so I'm sure the person I voted for is faithful. I voted for Alan. I thought Jenn was going to vote Alan because she was the one that swayed me in that they're partners, and she picked up on some inconsistency. So I voted Alan. Sorry, Alan.
No, I'll give man.
That's 2 votes Alan. John, who'd you vote for?
Voted Alan for the obvious reason.
Okay. That's 3 votes Alan, 2 votes John, 2 votes left. Rachel.
Stuck to my word. I'm voting Alan. Sorry.
Okay. And Rob?
I apologize.
Not that it matters because I think it's done, but I voted for Alan as well. I got swayed. Sorry.
I was in the wrong room.
Yeah, apparently.
Alan?
Confused, Alan. Come on.
Are you a faithful or are you a traitor?
You know, I'm a faithful.
Of course. Of course.
We're really good at this game, guys.
Whoa!
My God.
I mean, I
so much
don't know
worse
how I could have convinced you otherwise.
Oh dear.
Absolutely pathetic stuff from the faithful today. Just a ridiculous amount of failure.
Wow.
Okay, so tonight, one of Ariel, Rob, or John will be murdered.
Nice knowing you.
Well,
Oh my God, guys, we're killing it. This is outstanding.
It's somehow going really well.
It's going perfect. I can't believe, I'll just say this. I can't believe my name hasn't been thrown out there. I keep waiting for somebody to say my name, but everyone seems to think I'm fucking golden. So
just keep doing what you're doing because you're saying just enough to not be like the quiet one. Although I think if Jenn goes,
I'll be the next most quiet.
Yeah.
So maybe we protect Jenn for a little bit. She voted
and she likes Chris.
You, Rob, but she voted for you, Rob. And she likes Chris. Okay, so that's enough of a reason for me.
Yeah.
I'll say this. I do have a theory about what we should do here. We can only pick one of the 3, right? And it's really just 2 because Rob's one of them.
Yeah.
So it's
don't
what?
Kill me.
We won't. So it's Ari and it's John.
John. Yeah.
both of who have had a considerable amount of smoke around them.
Yeah.
I am leaning. Actually, I don't know which one now that I think about it. Oh, who are you thinking? John?
John. Because Aries had so much on her. I think with John
There's a
gone.
lot. Yeah.
Because with Alan gone, I'm worried that John's now going to focus his attention on me, for example.
Because everyone's sure it's one of the last game. Yeah.
Yeah. So obviously I'm now potentially in danger for the rest of the game because they're going to assume that there's going to be a traitor unless they think it's Airy that's in there. And I think keeping Airy in there is going to play to our benefit because they'll think, oh, it must be, let's just get Airy out. Like she's been in so many times. She was potentially it's either like Ariel or Rob as the traitor if we sort of got rid of John.
Okay, so my only reason for keeping John around is because Yogev voted John this last round, and he thinks he did this whole puppet master thing. Like he thinks he's the one pulling the strings behind the curtain, and he's very vocal. And I know he likes me, and I know John likes me. So I think there's validity toward both. No matter which one we do, I think they're going to start thinking it's you because both of them think it's someone from the last game. Ari said in our breakout room, it is someone from the last game. And so if John's gone, she's going to go right to you. So they're both going to go right to you. Maybe you think that John can make a stronger case or he's more articulate or whatever. I don't know. But both of them are going to go for you. But we know Yogev thinks that John is a traitor. And that's something we can play on if Ari goes out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yogev also... Yeah, what?
I was going to say Yogev said it was between John and me. And so I think if another con for getting rid of John is then Yogev will then turn his attention towards me potentially. I'm not too sure.
Who do we think is going to vote against Ari? Because nobody voted for Ari this last round.
Rachel.
Yeah.
Rachel?
I would. Hopefully you two would as well.
No, and that's another thing to consider. It's like, are we in a position where we can start swinging the votes? There's 3. How many are there total? 8?
7 now,
8
I think.
after. There will be 8 after this.
There will be 7 after this murder.
Okay.
So we'll be a little under half the votes. If we just vote in a block, we'll pick them off.
Yeah.
With somebody.
We should try and get in a room with Rachel.
So.
And let her bring it up about suspicions of Airy, and maybe we could lead into it.
So what if, for example, we murder Airy tonight, and then we vote off Yogev?
Need a name, guys.
Okay, I'm okay with that. You guys both. It's two. So let's vote Airy, and then we'll consider who we vote off.
So you're murdering Ariel?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You've been murdered.
I knew it. I fucking knew it. I have nothing.
Wow.
I have nothing.
Wow.
I know who it is.
They're playing so well. You know who it is?
I know who it is.
Who is it?
No, I don't want to say because I know they're watching.
Say it.
I don't want to be wrong.
Say it.
No.
Say it. Give me a name. Give me a goddamn name.
It's Rachel and Chris.
You're half right.
I'm half right?
Yeah. Chris is one.
I'll take it. Chris is one of them? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
It's Chris, Rob, and Joe. Yeah.
That's amazing. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. You're a ghost now.
Fuck.
You've been added to the chat. You can turn your camera off. We'll talk soon.
All right. 2 of the first ones.
What do you think of those?
I think it was Ari.
You think it was Ari?
I think it's Ari.
I think it's either Ari or John.
It's not Rob.
Alive.
Not Rob. Fuck.
Man, I'm getting tired. It's almost 11.
Oh, wow.
Hi.
Hey,
Joe's here. Jen's
Oh,
here.
Rob's here. Okay, so then it's either
Jen's
Ariel or
here.
John.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Building the suspense. I reckon we're going to see.
Gone.
Oh.
So it's Ariel.
Called it.
He lives.
Called it.
Oh.
She was my next vote.
Yeah.
Oh,
Same.
really? To be fair,
I don't
she'd been hanging on by a thread, but I guess we were all wrong then.
I guess.
Hey, new hat. Nice.
Well, we lost Ari. Very sad. Last season's winner lasted all the way to what? Final 9? Final 8? Final 8. Pretty impressive. All right. We have a challenge today.
Yes.
And it is trivia based on this game that we have been playing.
Oh, shit.
Oh, nice big brother move, Matthew.
Yes.
Total Big Brother move right there.
Yeah, classic, classic.
Who do we feel is the most knowledgeable here?
Well, I've been taking notes, so hopefully I do okay.
Yeah, I have pregnancy brain, so probably not me.
But I do need to get some food because I'm starving. I keep seeing pictures of like a meal I can't touch.
You're like,
yeah, you're doing great.
I lost
You guys
myself
are
a
doing great.
tic-tac-toe.
Get some Jimmy John's.
Okay. All right, let's go ahead and start it.
At the breakfast
Question
table?
number 1,
How
and you guys,
civilized.
we're going to do it here. Yeah, we're going to do it here over breakfast. The first question, you can chat me your answers. Okay. Name the 3 people who voted correctly for the person who was banished first.
You mean the person
first? So the first roundtable.
The person who didn't vote for the person who was banished because they were faithful.
No, we're saying, so by correctly, I mean voting for the person who got banished.
Okay. I didn't take notes on that one.
I want the names. I want the names of the people who voted for.
You get partial
Drew.
credit.
Yeah, I would accept if you can get 2 of the 3 people. I'll give you a point.
Names of the people who got correctly banished.
Okay, I'll restate the question.
Please.
There were 3 people who voted for Drew at the first banishment.
Okay.
Who were those 3 people?
Got it. Okay.
And if you get 2 of them, then you get a point. The correct answer was Jenn, Rachel, and Connor.
Damn it.
None of those.
Cool. Question number 2. Who were the 5 ineligible for a shield after the first challenge? So this was team 2 in Family Feud. The losing team of Family Feud. There were 5 of them. If you can get 2 of them correct, you'll get a point.
Wow. Low bar.
The correct answers were Alan, Chris, Drew, Dylan, Rachel.
How many points is that for?
1 point if you got 2 of them.
What if you got all 5?
Still 1 point.
Nerd.
Wow.
Oh, God. Okay. Next one. What was the final object requested to bring to the screen during the second challenge? And I will accept anything close. Chris, I'm going to need an answer. And one answer.
My bad.
Okay. The answer is glass. I'll accept jar, cup. It's fine. Actually, wasn't
Empty
jar?
jar was one of them.
Jar was a different one. So not accepting jar.
Oh.
Sorry. to somebody. I won't reveal your identity.
Yeah, I wonder who.
Yeah, too late.
Oh.
All right. What question number? Whatever question we're on. What color were the lenses in the first pair of glasses that I wore? Interesting. Okay. Maybe my camera sucks because you're all wrong.
What?
Okay.
Did we all
They're
say the
purple.
same color?
No.
We all said-
No.
Wow.
No. They were purple.
What?
Yeah.
They were not.
I was
They
so
sure
sure
were.
about that one.
They sure
I
were.
was really sure.
I'll send you the Amazon page. They're purple.
They're pink.
They're pink.
Yeah.
You're pink. There we
They're
go.
pink.
They're
Okay.
pink.
I'm hearing from the ghosts that they looked pink. So I'm gonna give it to everybody who said pink.
Yay.
Thank you, ghosts.
Justice.
Thank you, ghosts.
Look red to me.
Definitely not red.
Your screen can
we will
play.
not accept any warm color. Okay. That's true. I heard from one ghost. I'm not great at colors, so I may not be the best narrator for that. All right. That's the game. And
okay.
somebody has won a shield. The shield protects you from murder, from the next murder. It does not protect you from banishment. All right, let's talk.
I just have to run to the
Let's talk.
bathroom.
Let's
So
talk.
please don't all talk about me while I'm gone.
Rachel, where you at?
Me?
Yeah.
All
Why
right,
do
so
you-
What's up? Because I didn't hear a guy. I talked to you a bunch last time, but this time I didn't get to. So I'm just curious.
I've talked to every round table. I'll toss it over to someone.
No, I meant like I talked to you specifically last round, one-on-one, or not one-on-one, but in a group, and I just didn't get to talk to you this time. So I was like, I wanted to check where you were because I didn't really talk to you.
well, I
You
think
don't have to
Rob's.
say where
I
you're
think
at. I don't know. I'm just like curious what your thoughts are, but that's okay.
Joe, what were you saying?
I think Rob's a cop.
He's a co-op. He's definitely a co-op.
He's a cop.
This guy's a fucking co-op.
I feel bad talking without Rob here.
I know, I
He's
don't-
trying to derail. Is the timer on
So
right now?
if there's
No.
three
Okay.
bad guys, which we think there are, right?
Mhm.
That means
I'm not a knock.
if we don't get this right,
Ah, he's a-
we lose, right? Is that
Sorry, say that again, John.
If there's three bad guys, which I think we think there are, if we get this vote wrong, it would be a 3-3. Wouldn't that be just a win for the bad guys? I don't know how it works. Or you keep going. You keep going. But
keep going.
But the bad guys then can just like basically run the votes. I don't know what happens in tie votes. I just don't know the rules of the game. But
I think
they-
tie votes. It
You go back
it
to
goes
a
to a
revote.
second vote, and you just vote on those two.
Yeah. And then you discuss it as well. But
Right.
what happens when it goes just to a tie, like a tie?
you
Like a
keep going.
deadlock?
You keep going. You have to keep discussing until you do it.
Interesting.
You have to be swinging.
Anyways, I'm feeling like at a 7 when there's three bad guys, we like kind of have to hit somebody, and we also need four good people to be united because three bad people are not going to help us.
Okay, so who do we think are good?
Yeah, that's a good question.
So we can band together.
I'm fairly happy with John at the moment, but dependent on the outcome of this, it might change. I don't know.
Yeah, that's fair. From my game, I need to see votes on Rachel. She's
some points
potentially been playing like a really, really, really good game. It's like one of those people when you're playing, it's like if you let her go to the end, being correctly voting, at least I know 3. She voted correctly first round, voted correctly last round, and the round before with Dylan. I think there might be a third one I didn't keep track of, or a fourth one. You can't keep letting somebody vote out people and just not. And then last round when she let me convince her, like it was a very well played. Like, of course, I come in with like a strong narrative. She's like, this narrative suits me. It doesn't have to be my idea. It's John's idea. I just jump along, and it looks like John is like either running the show as a bad guy or like I'm just like being convinced. I just think she's too smart. We know she's a smart woman. We have to band together and just make this vote.
Well, I appreciate the compliment, but you will be utterly disappointed when I leave and say that I'm a faithful.
We have to. The data. It's the data at this point more than like the reads. Like
Yeah,
you keep
yeah.
voting for the wrong person so many times. Like how can we just ignore?
True. I have.
Unless Rachel is a faithful, but the baby's a traitor. Have we thought about that?
The baby's controlling her.
He keeps jumping bait to the right person.
I mean, he is controlling me. So
She's picking who she jumps train with. She could easily have said, "Oh, that's interesting," and gone to the other room and said, "Oh, that idea is good." Like you keep happening to being manipulated by the person that's convenient for your narrative. It doesn't make sense. Like we have the data says if we don't take out Rachel, we're just like giving her the game. If we're wrong, then we had a 1 in 10 game where she happens to be convinced by the right person, like or the wrong person, like every time. Sure, 1 in 10.
I certainly did not say that I was being convinced. The only one that I was convinced on was Alan. I was the one leading the Dylan train.
That's true.
I was pretty vocal, but she was leading that train.
Yeah, I ran that train straight into a building. Like no one hijacked that train.
Honestly, Rachel, you're completely right. At this point, it's like it's just so many votes for the person that's a good guy. Like we can't overlook that. Like all the little stuff that adds up and like gives you a read on this or how they said this, we can't vote against just the data of the votes. It would be such a mistake.
Could we hear quickly from people we haven't heard from the last couple, like Jenn and Chris? Chris, I don't think you said much the last couple in sort of directing anything, and Jenn.
My mind is made up. I think it's John. I thought I was either going to be one of the traitors that was up for trial, and that was between you and John. After talking to you, Rob, I'm convinced that it is John. He's just way too vocal and trying to push out people. And yeah, so I'm sorry, John, but I think it's you.
You're fine. You're fine. There's 3 bad guys, so 3 people are gonna like want to target.
We don't know that there's 3. We're guessing.
We definitely know that there's. But even if there's 2, there's gonna be 2 people that are targeting somebody that's trying to target a bad guy.
No, for sure. Yeah. For sure. I just really want that moment of getting out a traitor. Like, I want to experience that.
Chris, what are you thinking? Sorry, Rachel.
No. I was gonna ask Chris too.
Well, I kind of on the wave that one of the traitors was in that the final 3 or the 3, death row, whatever you want to call it. So John and Rob are the only ones left. So like that's kind of like where my mind is initially going towards. And the other thing is I trust Rachel. I don't know. I just seems like she's being genuine and not trying to play the game too well. I don't know. It just seems like she's being herself. So
it's true.
I mean, I'm leaning towards John.
Guys, the data. I
You're
voted for the wrong person one time when I had a conviction about a read, and like obviously I was wrong. But
I mean,
you have to look
to
at.
be fair, we've all got it wrong.
Yeah, we haven't voted a single good person.
Yeah, nobody's voted right.
The odds that somebody keeps happening to voting for the wrong person. Like,
but everybody has.
Yeah.
Yes, but you've done it way more times, and we know you're savvy. So like, I don't think I'm going to convince everybody, but like I need to convince 3 other people. And the thing is that the data is something we can trust as like that's tangible. Our reads and everything else, they're important, but like we can't put such an important data point below all that stuff that's like so hard to pinpoint, like we're talking about. It's like a read or a feeling or whatever.
All right.
I hear you.
Is there anyone else that has the same like voting record? I don't know, John. Do you have all the? Did you write all the votes down?
I only did the last 2 rounds, but that Rachel was, and then on the first round because it came up on the. I was really worried. I was asking. That's when I went to Joe and I was like, "Do you have the record?" And then on the trivia, Rachel voted correctly on the first round too.
Joe,
but I was worried about her
you've been
voting
setting them
correctly.
up since 2, right?
Yep.
So let's confer to Joe then.
All right.
Go to the record. Just see what. Tell us to vote for everyone.
Who voted for everybody? I can go down.
Just go do Rachel's vote every round.
Rachel's vote every round. Okay.
Yes.
I can tell you who I voted for.
Yeah. So last round, Rachel voted Alan. The vote before Rachel voted for Ari. And then the vote before that was Dylan, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yep. And then Drew was before that.
Drew before that.
He's out. Every time she voted, the person went out. Like that's just Dave. We don't have to worry about how we felt about something or the read.
Ari didn't go out.
That's a good point.
Cody went out though.
Oh, yeah, Ari didn't go out.
The first
Ari did not go out, and I didn't.
Ari's good.
But Ari was murdered.
Ari was murdered. But you did vote for Cody.
Yeah, no. But
I did not vote for Cody.
You don't know who's bad or good. You would accidentally hit a bad guy at one point, sometime, most likely. Like if you keep voting for good people, it's something we have to like read into heavily.
But I don't see hers as any more than any of ours now.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
right,
we've all not got it right. I know what you mean, John.
We're gonna vote.
I know what you mean.
As long as
but,
like you
but
hear what I'm
your
saying,
math
like
is-
if we have a data point we can go off of, we should take it.
Sure, but now you're saying that data point. We've proven that that data point is about as much as any of other person. And I now can
find somebody that's voted the correct person out 3 times. It hasn't happened.
I voted Dylan, right? And then I voted Cody. And then who's another person?
I think
you have to like. It matters in doing it in the round. It happens. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I want to let.
But I'm saying like 2 and 3 is not like the difference between.
I hear you.
Yeah.
I hear you. Yeah, we can let it go.
Okay.
All right, let's vote.
Okay.
Chris, who'd you vote for?
I voted for John.
Jen, who'd you vote for?
John.
John, who'd you vote for?
Rachel.
Rachel, who'd you vote for?
John.
Rob?
John.
Yogev?
John.
All right. John? You a faithful or are you a traitor?
You guys got me. I'm a very faithful person, and I get really invested when I'm faithful, and I was faithful.
Oh.
Damn it.
That was like a double.
I was so excited.
He's ready for TV, folks. Thank you, John.
Wow.
Oh.
Holy shit.
Is this a record that we've
This
gone
has got to be the worst.
without getting out
I
a
think so.
traitor?
I think
so.
Matthew's doing a social experiment. There aren't any traitors at all. We're just here to
Brilliant.
How much would you
keeping the
guys
pot
hate
for
me if that
himself.
was true? Oh my god, it'd be horrible. All right. Tonight we go from what are we? I'm losing track now. I'm so tired. 7? We go from 6 to 5. We go from 6 to 5 tonight. And I believe this is going to be the final murder.
Right.
All right. Sleep tight.
Is the game over? I mean,
I think it basically is, unless remember, it's a pot
one of
that
us
you guys
could get
can
banished.
split however you see fit.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But at least
So-
for tonight, one of them's gone.
So I think Yogev should go. And my reason for this is Rachel mentioned only in passing, so only a little bit, so didn't fixate too much, that she was suspicious of Yogev. She said he's very good with words and very good at turning words
She did
around
say
on
that.
other people.
Yep.
And I think there's already some suspicion on Rachel as it is. So I think we just kind of go for it. It might be a bit of an obvious play, but also Yogev is quite good. And I think he's going to start getting backed into a corner. And then in 4, it's going to start putting suspicions. And Joe, your name got mentioned for the first time in a breakout room, not by Yogev. I think it was by
Jen.
I think it was with
John.
Oh God, Yogev was definitely there. I think it was Yogev actually that raised it, and I kind of just played it off. I said, "Oh no, I'm fairly chill about Joe. Like I don't get any massive reading either way."
Okay, because I'll say your name got thrown out again, but only in the context of it being you and John, and that's why I knew this vote was going to come down to like it went overwhelmingly John. But now with John gone, I think people are still on to that death row 3, and you're the last one left.
Yeah,
So,
and I think I was saying that to John before. I was kind of like being buddy with him. I said like, you know, I know that I'm like good, so therefore the data as he goes on would show that you would be the traitor if we assume that they had one.
Right.
And I'm going to have to try and play it and say like, oh, I guess they didn't put any in because John mentioned that. Oh, Rachel kept bringing up that they often never have. They often always have like one traitor in the death row thing. And maybe she's like switched that up. So that could be another thing to play against Rachel on for the future.
Okay.
But
I like that.
my vote for murder tonight would be Yogev, unless you guys have got any other.
No, that was who I was going to go for. I think Rachel and Jen are kind of more on our, like, less suspicious of any of the 3 of us than I think Yogev is. I think Yogev is. I was talking about Joe. He's talking about me. I think it's easy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then after that, we have the voting power. So like, I think it's game over.
Yeah, I don't know what happens at that point if we all vote together. Although there's betrayals in this game, so I'm obviously concerned.
Yeah. So we can't Matthew. We couldn't like tell. Like I couldn't be like, "Hey, Rob is a traitor," like because that's against the rules. But
Nope.
Can I I can't vote for Rob either, though, right? Or
You can. You can. Yeah.
I'm not gonna do that.
So I'm
That's just
thinking
interesting.
kill Yogev, and then we maybe vote out Jenn because Jenn is suspicious of me. Unless you guys don't want me to be with you in the final three, I think you two are going to be fine. I think there's probably more suspicion on me at the minute.
You know what I think we should do? I think not take the lead on it, but if they're down to end the game, if it seems like they don't want to like continue doing a banish, I think we should maybe try and lean into that. I wouldn't say that one of us brings it up, but
yeah, I think they won't be comfortable until they get at least one traitor out.
Totally.
But I told Rachel this already. I mentioned that the last time we played, Matthew had the twist where eventually they stop announcing their roles when they leave, and so she's like has that in the back of her mind, so it might be a possibility. We could play. I don't even know if that's going to happen, but we might be able to play on that. Be like, hey, like
that might be.
We don't even know if we'll get it right.
All right, who are you murdering?
Yeah,
Yogev.
Yogev.
Yeah, Yogev.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Bye.
Thank you.
No. No. Okay. Well, fine. Damn it.
They got you.
No, sounds about right.
They've been destroying you guys.
They have. Is it because I was getting close or I was just the next one off?
I think you were just the next one off.
That makes sense.
Honestly, at this point, I don't think it really matters who they take out because they now have 3 and 5. So as long as they stick together, they're good. Who do you think it is?
I think it's Rachel.
It is not.
It's not Rachel.
It's not.
Okay, then it has to. Then it has to be. Rob has to be one of them.
Yeah.
I fucking knew it. How was that my first instinct? That was literally my first instinct, and I just brushed it off as a joke.
I love it. All right, you can go cam off. I'll put you in the waiting room. We'll come back for breakfast in a sec.
Chris.
Okay.
Jenn.
Oh. Morning.
Rob. Wait.
I knew they'd kill her.
Who'd they kill?
Wait, who?
No.
Wait, Rachel?
Okay, good.
Rachel. John.
John and Yogev.
Yogev.
Well, no, John
Yogev.
got voted off.
Right.
Oh yeah, duh.
Yeah, so okay.
I told you pregnancy brain. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. Wait, I need to screenshot this one. The cell phone photo is not good enough.
It's all right. It's all being recorded as well. I can't wait for the director's cut.
The Gibbs cut. All right, guys. We have reached the final day. And we've made a bit of a pivot here. We're going to go straight to the bonfire of truth. All right. So there's 5 of you left. If you think you've caught all the traitors, you can decide to end the game.
No.
We're gonna banish, okay? And then once we banish, you can decide if you think you've caught all the traitors. You will not know the true identity of the people you banish from here on out.
Will we at the very, very end?
I mean, yeah. Like at the very, very end, I'll tell you who it was.
Yeah. No, I understand.
It'll be a secret for all the time.
With each vote from here on out, they're just going to disappear.
Penny, no.
Jeez.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You can go ahead and you can discuss if you want.
This is like a table, kind of just round table discussion.
Basically.
How long do we have?
Very short amount of time.
I mean, clearly there are still traitors. I'm gonna go with either Jenn or Rob because for whatever reason I have trusted Chris and Joe the whole entire time. So
I think it's Rob. I know I just said I thought it was John, but I think it was him because I still think a traitor was in the trial. So sorry, Rob. I'm going back to you.
That's fair, but it appears they didn't put any in the 3. I feel there was a lot of talk, Rachel. Obviously, your name's been flown about recently a few times, and I think obviously I know I'm going to get at least one vote, and that's fair because of the trial thing. But I'm going to vote for you, and that's just because you've had more suspicion around you, and a few people have sort of put some things in my head. And as people said, you're very, very good at working people's heads out. So not to say you aren't, Jenn. But yeah, I guess I can't vote for myself, so I've got to vote for someone.
Again, I appreciate the compliment. I'm just going to be sad when, you know.
Oh, this feels like last time. This feels like last time, you guys, and it's not good.
Don't get bamboozled again.
It's not good.
But also don't think about last time, because this is a whole new game.
All right,
I can't help.
Chris, who did you vote for?
I voted for Rachel. I'm really sorry, but at this point, I trust no one. And the last time someone tried to side with me, oh, I trust this all the way, they betrayed me. And Yogev dying. I don't know. I think you were the first person to kind of throw some shade on him. So all those things. I have no idea, but.
Penny, they're voting us out.
Okay. Jenn, who did you vote for?
I voted for Rob.
Okay. Joe, who did you vote for?
I don't have a lot of, and I don't know, but I basically went off of who was in that 3 block of juries or voted. I went with Rob.
Okay.
Sorry.
Rob, who did you vote for?
Well, I vote for Rachel.
And Rachel?
Rob.
That's 3 votes for Rob. Rob, you've been banished. We'll talk in a couple minutes.
Yep.
You can turn your video off now. Okay. Now it's time to choose if you want to end the game or continue the game.
Continue.
Yeah.
Is everyone in agreement? You want to continue the game and vote again?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Okay.
Did not get this far to lose to.
Okay. We will be voting again. You can feel free to discuss if you'd like.
Okay.
I'm switching to Rachel.
Anyone have ideas?
Yeah, I think so. I think I'm going to go to Jenn because if Chris is voting for me, and I know that I've been a chaotic faithful, I think that he's not a traitor because I think that he really did think that I could play him, but I'm not. But he couldn't think that if he's a traitor because then he would know.
Okay.
So my delirious brain at the end of this, I think I want to vote out Jenn, and just because we've talked the least, and yeah, that's what I'm going with.
Fair. I'm gonna go with Rachel, because of what Chris said in the last round of your friend getting voted out. I thought you were drawing a lot of attention to him, and then he gets murdered. So that's why I'm gonna go with Rachel.
Joe, how are you feeling?
Are you voting for me?
No. I'm asking.
If I'm being honest, I'm in terms of where the evidence lies. I know Rachel just made a really strong case for you, Chris, but your name was thrown out at the very beginning. You were part of that last game. Somehow you had smoke on you at the very beginning. It completely went away, and now people trust you entirely. And I don't know that there's a lot of evidence for me to do that. So I'm leaning toward you, if I'm being honest.
Okay.
What about you?
Well, you know, I was going to go one way. And that made me rethink a little bit. I was originally going to go back with Rachel because of the same thing I said last round. And I think she might be even playing it even harder because now instead of voting for me to make it like a 1v1, she switched way over and voted for Jenn. And I don't know. Yeah, I think I'm going to stick with Rachel despite, I understand. But
what's the case against Rachel again? I mean, maybe you guys could persuade me.
Well, she was talking about Yogev and brought like kind of some shade about how he, that's not how he normally acts, or he's kind of pulling one over on us. And then he ends up dead. I don't know. It's something like that. You could let us know. It's something about
play the tape.
Play the tape, Matthew. So I don't know that I think that and she was trying to be like kind of friendly with me, and that burned me last game, and I'm just not I'm not doing the friendly thing again this time. So that's why.
Jenn, what's your case against her again?
Same as what Chris said. He convinced me the last time he spoke.
Chris convinced you?
Yep.
Okay.
That's interesting. Now I'm leaning more towards Chris because of what Joe said. And
yeah,
the staunch, like that is an interesting retelling of how that conversation about Yogev went.
You're more than welcome to correct me and let me know how it went. But you did bring shade, like you.
I definitely brought him up.
On him, right?
I definitely brought him up and said that like it could possibly, he's so good with words, and like definitely talked about him, was processing through the last few people on the list, but certainly didn't say that like he was pulling one over on anyone.
We're gonna vote in 10 seconds.
Okay, I'm voting Chris. I'm sold. I think that's weird to me that there's like
Please cast your vote to me privately when you're ready. Okay. I'm going to go across here. Rachel, who'd you vote for?
Sorry, Chris. You dug your own grave, my friend.
Chris?
I voted for Rachel.
Okay. Joe?
Chris.
All right. Jenn?
I switched over to Chris.
Wow. Chris? You've been banished.
Okay.
You can turn your video off. We will chat in a minute. All right. We're down to 3. So.
Oh my God.
I want you to privately tell me if you would like to end the game with 3 people left, if you think you've gotten all the traitors out, or tell me if you want to vote one more time. If we do that, there will be one more vote. The game ends with 2 people left, or if we decide to end the game now.
I say we vote on it between the 3 of us. I just don't know.
You can tell me privately.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
Okay, Jenn, what did you decide?
End the game now. I think we got everybody.
Rach?
Vote one more time.
And Joe?
Vote.
Okay. We are going to vote one more time. You can discuss if you would like, and you can lock in your vote whenever you would like as well.
Well, typically traitors want to end the game sooner. So, and Joe and I have been on the same page basically the whole game. So if Joe's a traitor and I get to the end with Joe and Joe wins, Joe for me deserves it. Like he fully but I'm gonna go with history here, and I think I'm gonna vote for Jenn.
That's fine. I'm not the traitor. But I just honestly think we got everybody. So that's why I wanted to end it. Because I think if we vote off someone now, we're voting off an innocent. So
well, I think that Rachel might be onto something. I think that it's weird that two of us want to vote and one of us wants to end the game. So I think that I would probably lean Jenn right now.
Okay, please lock in your votes when you're ready via chat. Jenn, you can reveal your vote.
I voted for Rachel.
Rachel?
Jenn.
And Joe?
Jenn.
Okay. Jenn, you've been banished. We are now down to our final two. Congrats, you guys. You made it as far in this game as you possibly can.
Yay!
All right.
And with $75 up for grabs, a whopping $75. Let's go ahead and one at a time. We'll start with Rachel. Please tell us, are you a faithful or a traitor?
Well, despite everyone's crazy theories about my therapist brain, I am a faithful.
Joe?
Well, Jenn, I knew you were a faithful, or Rachel, I knew you were a faithful the entire time because I am a traitor.
Joe,
congratulations.
Joe, amazing game. Incredible.
Am I allowed to reveal anything now of like what just happened in the
It's
end
over
game?
now. Everybody can come back on camera. We can.
Incredible game.
Yeah, tell the people what you did, Joe. Tell the
Traitor.
Traitor.
So my fellow traders were both
Jennifer just let out.
both Chris and Rob. And right when we got down to 5, there were 3 of us and only Jenn and Rachel left. And once we got to the bonfire, I was really worried the game was just going to end and like 1 and everything. But I knew I wanted to betray somebody when I came into the game. So when we had the opportunity at Tribal and both Rachel and Jenn were pointing toward Rob, I was like, oh boy, this is a chance. I went with Rob. It made sense. I took him out. And then Chris, I did the whole, there was smoke at the beginning thing. Maybe I got Rachel's brain. So I was just very fortunate that Jenn then revealed that Chris had planted the Rachel seed in his brain. I knew Rachel would jump on that and went from there.
Oh, as soon as you betrayed me, I was thinking like, oh, please let the Faithfuls win now. It would be an amazing implosion.
Can we talk about the fact that Joe had the game in the bag with 3 people left and was like, fuck it, let's vote again.
Yeah. So I'll say this. I'm extremely chaotic. None of you know that about me because none of you know me.
I know.
Apparently
We
not.
know now. Jeremy knew.
Pretty early
Jeremy
on.
knows. That's why I
told
voted.
Matthew I was like, I'm telling you, you got to bring in Joe.
Jeremy, I voted out first. When we were in our meeting, I said Jeremy has to go. He knows me. And once I knew he won the last game, I knew it would start this whole thing about, he won the last game. I ran the game at the end of the day. So
Clearly. Chris, do you want me to keep
But I was also
inviting-
wait,
Chris,
I
should
was
I keep inviting my friends so you could befriend them and then at the end they kill you?
I'll say this.
I don't know if I'm going to come back for a 3-peat. I'm going to be honest with you.
The thing is, Rob and Chris played such an amazing game too. Like you all 3 played an amazing game, and then you just fucking topped them. Like,
so I was extremely lucky. I knew there was that one like table where like they were like, well, who 100% votes? Like who thinks someone is 100% innocent? Basically, nobody got mentioned except John, who pointed to me and said. No, he said, I really trust Joe. And then Rachel later on said, oh, I really trust Joe. Yogev, I think, mentioned that he trusts Joe. Somehow everybody trusted me. And I don't know how. I was very quiet. And yet somehow
Mr. Data Points over here is like, I don't know anything about you, but I trust you.
Exactly.
It wasn't until later when I think Yogev, you said, were you okay about Joe? Like, were you sure about him?
Oh, you're
on
muted.
mute.
Someone had to do it.
I could not get a read on you the entire time. Like it was a concern in the back of my brain, but it was never big enough for me to act on it. Which was annoying because I also felt like I had this gut instinct to not trust Rob. And
we
then
all have
happens.
But then I like completely just pushed it out of my brain. And the same thing with Chris. Like the very beginning, I was like, "There's no way," and then I was like, "But wait, there could be a way." And then I just never did anything about it.
Yeah. Yogev, you were so onto the Chris thing, like middle late game. You were like, "We have to go back," and I was like, "We should go back to it," but I'm more worried about Rachel.
Yes, yeah, we had like a sidebar. We were like. We had
Dylan and I
like
voted
Rachel,
Chris in
and
the
there were
first round,
a
though.
few concerns, but then like started becoming like a Rob or Chris situation. We were just like, yeah, we don't have enough evidence. Like there's nothing compelling that we could say. It's just a gut feeling.
That was so much harder than I thought it would be.